And we are live. I'm Lauren Loves Movies. What's up, guys? I am doing my 1,000 subscriber podcast, and I am joined by two of my favorite peoples on YouTube, and they are Jerome Latimer, aka Romy Boy, not my words, those were his, and I am doing my 1,000. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Rome, why don't you start?
What do you mean, you peoples? Oh yes, I am with the lovely Faye, my younger sister, and Wonder Woman. This is kind of a miracle because the only way I can actually talk to women now these days if I have to show them my debit or credit card number. But ain't about that. Yes, it's great to be here. It's great to be here. To be on Lauren. It's funny because she says 1,000. It's actually 1,100.
Yep.
What do you do? What kind of psychic powers do you contain, Miss Lauren?
I have no idea. A lot of people have been really watching my Ghostbusters trailer reaction and review.
Oh. Thank God it didn't turn out to be the one. At least it didn't turn out to be like the one the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man had. But saving for the best of last, let my younger sister introduce herself.
Hello, I am Faith from Faith's Movie Reviews. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, well, some TV shows, the occasional trailer reaction, and other random videos, so, yeah.
Awesome.
And you probably want...
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just going to say, the reason why... I just want to say this really quick. The reason why Faith, I adore her so much because she says one of the greatest things I think I've ever heard in my life. Eli Roth, F you.
Oh, yeah.
I stood up and applauded and cheered if I was watching the Raid 2 over again.
Still have to see that movie.
Oh, you did, remember? Oh, the Raid 2.
The Raid 2. I have not seen that.
Me neither.
Oh, awesome. But yes, Lauren.
Movies like Knock Knock.
What do we have? What are the latest items up for bids for the show?
All right. So basically, for this show, I have a huge Q&A session going on. So if you guys want to leave some questions for me or for any of us to answer about anything movie related or about what we do, our channels, all that stuff, and you guys can do that throughout the show. And we will also be discussing some movie news. There's a whole bunch of movies that are also going to be coming out for the rest of this year, 2016. A lot of movies we are anticipating or not really looking forward to seeing, so we'll give you guys our most and least favorite films, what we're most and least anticipating, and just
and I am so happy that one of those films. I'm so happy that one of those films is going on Netflix. Thank God.
I still have to see Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2. That's.
Well, I didn't see that. I only saw that online. It's like a very, very limited release. When I'm talking about the film on Netflix, I'm talking about the latest Grim Reaper movie.
Oh, I'll probably watch that.
Oh, Faith, you got a lot of guts.
I only got through Ridiculous 6, so I'll survive.
Oh, God almighty. Shoot me. Well, to me it sounds like I don't like Adam Sandler. That's not true. I just hate his guts. But yes, Lauren, what do you have on your first line?
What do I have in my what? Sorry, I have to check my notes.
Your notes. Your little cheat sheet?
No, well, actually, I did get some questions sent in to me from somebody who was unable to attend the show, but all in good faith, they decided to send me some questions, which some of them I will answer, others we can all answer in a way. So, well, for me, the first question is, how did you get started on YouTube? And, well, since this being my 1,000 subscriber podcast, and now I'm up to 1,100, basically I got started on YouTube doing my other YouTube channel, which is, now long dead. I don't even want to tell you what the name of it was, just so that you don't look it up, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it on my channel. There is actually a link to it. And I started doing just a lot of random videos. I really didn't think straight when I was on YouTube. So I used to do daily vlogs, and then my editing software had changed so much that I just stopped making those. And then all of a sudden I met a few good people probably in my 3rd year on YouTube, and I was more interested in talking about movies and doing movie reviews, so I did a lot of those until I met some other great people who were suggesting some names for a new channel.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah, I know.
And that's basically how I formed Lauren Loves Movies, which I actually found to be much more successful than my last channel.
Well, no, much more. No. You went from 400 to 1,100 in a year.
Yeah, I have no idea why. Maybe someone could explain that to me, but
Steroids. No.
Yeah, and I started doing my current channel, Lauren Loves Movies. I formed that in June of 2013, I think. It was either 2012 or 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 2016, and now I'm up to over 1,000 subs, so it's pretty crazy. And so for my next question that I got, which is something we can all answer, is what's your least favorite movie of all time? Now, okay, I had to really think about this because I've had these questions since over the weekend or on Thursday. So, my favorite movie, it always changes. I'm always between either The Dark Knight, which I'm pretty sure is my all-time favorite movie.
That's one of my picks.
Though I also loved Avatar. I don't care if people think it's so overrated at this point, but...
No, I'll tell you why. And you know what? Everyone's going to agree with me. The reason why people say it's overrated is because this is the common trend of films these days. If a movie makes so much money in the box office, they will turn around and hate it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is the honest... Look at Frozen. When Frozen came out, people loved it. And now since it's one of the most highest grossing animated films of all time, they went against it. It's oh, I was gonna say that word, but remember, I'm on a leash here, folks. I gotta be careful here. You can't hear me like you can do with the Panic Game show. I know, cheap plug. So yeah, with Frozen, same thing happened when it came out. People loved it. It was on everyone's 10 list, and then all of a sudden, a year later, the tables turned. That's exactly what they did to Avatar and many other. Gravity. That's another one, and I just don't get it.
What about Star Wars: The Force Awakens? That made $2
million. Oh my
and
God!
Mad Max Fury Road.
That's another one, and I don't get it.
Me neither.
That's just a common trend.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened to Deadpool.
Oh, if
or
they did.
Utopia.
If they I see I lost faith. No pun intended. Faith. I lost. I lost hope. There we go. I lost hope in the movie-going industry. I guess you could say that.
Mm-hmm. Or even Batman v Superman. I doubt.
Oh, that's
I would love to see how much money that ends up making by the end of this week.
Danny, keep talking, because Danny Boy posted something about that. So hold on, let me see this. Oh no, go ahead. Don't mind me.
That's all I'm gonna say. I just hope that it does well. But we might get into some Batman v Superman talk later on in the show. No spoilers.
Holy shit!
What?
No, I'm sorry. No. Listen to this. Ready?
Yep.
Batman v Superman opens up with an $82 million Friday opening.
Nice.
$82 million. So, I don't know what the record is. I don't know if that is the
whatever
record.
It made on Thursday, too, whatever it made.
Well, oh yeah. Well, was that Thursday midnight release, or was that open earlier on Thursday?
I saw it at 6:45 on Thursday. So.
Oh wow, so it must have been okay. So that's not even included the Thursday openings. And then you got Saturday and Sunday to attend to. So by Sunday we'll hear the estimates, you know. And Monday you'll hear the official results. The question is, will this beat Star Wars?
I actually hope it doesn't. But
I don't hope
it back.
because we have a couple. Wait, we're kind of getting to these questions here, but yeah, I don't want to lose track or go off on the wrong trip. But yeah, the favorite and least favorite movies are personal favorite. Yeah, you already said one of mine is The Dark Knight, but what are the other ones you had on your favorite and your least favorite?
I just have so many. Like, it's so hard to choose. I love Mad Max Fury Road. I love Star Wars. And I don't know. It's really difficult. Like, between all these different genres, I have a favorite for each genre.
If you ask me, I'm sorry, if you ask me what my personal favorites were, Scarface and The Dark Knight, along with Casino, Martin Scorsese's Casino. My personal favorite, my least favorites.
I don't even know. Knock Knock.
Oh.
Yuck.
By Eli Roth, starring Keanu Reeves.
That guy. Oh my! I told you to. I was like, dude, you see this movie, you are going to hate this, and I was right. I was so right.
But now I'm almost tempted to watch it again. Should I do it?
What?
No.
That movie made me so angry. But my least favorites of all time, 3 words. Happy Madison Productions.
Any one of those films. Doesn't matter.
And to me, the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, The Hottie and the Naughty.
Still haven't seen it.
You don't have to. Just go to APizzle90 and watch the review of The Hottie and the Naughty.
That's hilarious, the review. I love it.
Because a lot of people came up to me, he's like, Jerome, that's the best video we've ever did. Because I wrote 3,000 notes for that review. 3,000 words of notes. And I went into details over everything. Don't watch the movie, just watch the review. Because then you'll understand why that is the worst movie of all time. If I consider the best movies of all time, Schindler's List and The Empire Strikes Back are the two greatest, and Pulp Fiction.
Still have to see Pulp Fiction.
Oh, that's the movie that revolutionized independent films. Lovely Faith.
Okay, well, as much as I love movies, there have been a lot of movies that I have not seen. Like, it took me years just to watch the original. I finally only watched, like, the original Star Wars trilogy in full last year, so, yeah. But I do have favorite movies of all time. At the moment, I would say my number 1 would be Gladiator, and then
that's good.
And then up there will be like Titanic, The Dark Knight.
Thank you.
Which I'll admit, The Dark Knight, I think The Dark Knight was the first movie I was really wowed by. I was like, this movie is so good. Like, that movie wowed me so much.
And usually I never ever see a film twice in theaters. And that was one of the only few films they did. And I didn't see that again in IMAX.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy you said Titanic, because that's one of those films where it made a ton of money and it made a lot of Oscars, and yet people... I love Titanic, I'm sorry.
And then in recent years, favorite movies would be Whiplash, Mad Max Fury Road, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Deadpool, which might be one of my top comic book movies of all time, Zootopia.
Yeah.
I would put Zootopia up there with Lion King, which is my favorite animated movie of all time.
And it's a Disney movie too, not Disney and Pixar.
Yeah.
I stupidly thought for a second.
Well,
I don't know why.
I'm not madly in love with every Pixar movie, like Finding Nemo. I honestly do not like Finding Nemo.
Are you gonna see Finding Dory though?
No, not really. I like Monsters, Inc., but I don't love it. There are honestly only like a few Pixar movies I really love.
Please tell me you love the
Story,
movie.
Inside Out, stuff like that.
What about Up? What about Up? What about the movie Up?
Up? Oh, I loved that movie when I saw it, but I haven't seen it since it came out in the theaters like 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago.
Well, it's like, it's Disney Animation Studios. I said before, they're the best working today. They did Wreck-It Ralph. I thought I was gonna hate this movie when I first, not Wreck-It Ralph, their first one, and I was like, this looks. When I saw it, it was on my best of the year list. Tangled. I love that movie.
Tangled.
It's
It was my
funny as hell.
Yeah, it was my favorite Disney movie, not hand-drawn animated Disney movie for a while, and then I saw Zootopia, and that I think is a little better.
I feel like lately Disney movies have been sort of maturing their subject
Oh
matter.
my God, yes. Ice Age 5. Take some notes. If you've seen that trailer, you want to rip your hair out. Trust me, I'm bald. Okay. And basically, Ice Age 5 looks. I showed that to my nephew. He was just like, "Oh my God," and he asked me about Zootopia. Why do I love that movie so much? Because it doesn't lure itself to 5-year-olds. It's actually like, wow, it was one of the best crime movies I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah.
It's brilliant, and Deadpool, dude, Deadpool. I'm sorry. Lights, Camera, Jackass, D-. Really?
Seriously.
Really? Where's Amy Schumer to kick your ass again? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and then some least favorite movies of all time. I don't really have. I
Knock knock.
have a least favorite movie of all time, but I have to watch more movies. But I absolutely hate Last Airbender. Knock Knock.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
It's the worst comedic sequel I've ever seen in my life. Also, but if I had to pick a least favorite movie of all time, Nymphomaniacs. I hate it. It's art house. It's pretentious hipster garbage, and I hate it. I hate all the characters. I hate the writing. I hate everything about it. Every frame in that movie is trash. I don't care if the acting is good. It's the worst film I've ever seen in my life.
Before Nymphomaniac, what did you say?
Zoolander 2.
Poolander. Oh my God, that movie.
The first Zoolander was so funny. This one was like forced.
This movie was just. I was gonna say that word again.
Stupid.
It's stupid. Yeah, I was gonna say the R word.
But best movie ever made.
Oh my God. But yeah, Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and 2. Okay, this is what I have to say. I enjoyed it until the ending. When I saw that ending, it ruined the whole movie.
The part
two. It was ruined for me. I didn't enjoy a single frame in that movie.
If I can't go into, I can't spoil it as to why, because I don't want to bring any spoilers. But contact me on Facebook and I'll tell you why Nymphomaniac Volume 2 has arguably the worst ending in history. So,
in short, probably best not to watch them or Shia LaBeouf.
Ew.
Shia LaBeouf.
No.
I'll watch him in Fury or Holes, but not that.
Holes. Anything but that movie and Transformers.
Holes is a really good movie.
Yeah, and why are they even making another Transformers movie? Why?
I don't even care about this franchise at all. I've only seen 1.5 movies.
Okay,
you must have walked out in half.
Oh, no, I just never finished it, and I haven't had the desire to watch any of these movies since. Go on.
They just keep getting worse and worse, especially that last one. It was almost 3 hours long.
Mark Wahlberg, what did you do? No, seriously though, if people can say, well, Transformers movies, they make a lot of money even though they're really stupid, then this is the last time I'm saying this. Batman v Superman, I don't care what the critics say about it. People should still see it. I don't care if they think it's bad. It's not
This is what's funny, because this reminds me of the movie The Witch, where it was critically acclaimed, yet people hated it, and yet with that, huh?
I didn't hate The Witch.
No, I mean like the general audience. I mean, it's got almost 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it has a 50 in the audience rating. With Batman v Superman, it's got like a 30, but yet the audience rating is in the 80s. It's like they're out of touch with each other, the critics and the other people, and the general audience. So, and from everyone I talked to, they said it was nowhere on that level.
It didn't live up to the hype. It really didn't.
Well, okay, this is the problem I've been hearing from everybody. It's too jumbled.
There's just
too
like
much
it's so much story going on. and I feel like they should have kept certain things, and I'm just gonna wait for that 3-hour director's cut.
I wonder what was on. You know what? Sometimes the director's cut makes it a better. Look at that movie Daredevil. I hated that theatrical version. Then I saw the director's cut. I'm like, why wasn't this the movie?
Was it longer than the theatrical cut?
It is, and it's way better. Or it's a really good movie, the PG-13 version. But then I saw the R-rated version, and I'm just like, why did they stick the Wolverine?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
There's
know.
an R-rated version, and it's awesome. I just don't get why. I know that when you put it R-rated, it limits the amount of people. Thus, I mean, like we'll say it. Thus, you won't get a bigger return. But still, look at Deadpool. That movie is heavy R-rated, and that movie is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a first-time director.
Yeah.
There's a question. You know what? I'm going to use this to take a break because I got to go to use the restroom real quick, and I'll let you two lovely ladies talk about it. Do you folks watch TV shows from Clint Lamberson? I don't. I know Faith does. So,
I watch a lot of TV.
I'll let you two talk about it. I'll be right back.
All right. So, TV shows. You were saying about The Walking Dead. You watched that?
Yes.
Are you on the current season right now? Because I actually haven't been consistently watching it on TV, but I've been watching it on Netflix, and I'm on season 4 already. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm on season 6. Well, yeah, I'm caught up with the show. There are only 2 episodes left of season 6, but I think season 6 could be one of the best seasons overall. I mean, I personally thought that the first half of the season was hit or miss for me. Some episodes were great, some were just okay, but it was still overall enjoyable. But this second half of season 6 has been fantastic, and yeah, and there's this villain that they're going to bring in at the end of the season, and yeah. People are hyping this villain up, and honestly, I think he's going to live up to the hype, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm really loving the show. I'm a huge zombie fan and horror fan in general, so I'm loving the direction that this show is going so far. So once I'm all caught up, I'm going to really love it. Hopefully, I haven't been watching a lot of TV shows that are popular to a lot of people, but I have been watching The Flash. I really love that show. I am pretty sure it's better than Arrow has been, so I've kind of stopped watching Arrow, and I'm on and off with watching Gotham Season 2, and let's see. Oh, and I've also been really into this other TV show, Lucifer, which I highly recommend. I think it is really good, because I know it's also based off of a comic book character, so I'm really happy that this show is on, because it's really cool.
Did you miss me? No, well, poop.
No, but you probably missed us talking about our favorite shows, like The Walking Dead and...
Yeah. Oh, I watch a ton of other shows. Well, I've only watched 2.5 episodes of Arrow. I wanna watch the show. I'll probably only watch it when it's on Netflix. Same with The Flash. But I watch on the CW. Let's see. What do I on Netflix? I watch Orange is the New Black, House of Cards, Narcos. I started Daredevil a week or so ago, and I'm enjoying it. On other TV, I watch Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Reign, The 100, Jane the Virgin, which is hilarious, Game of Thrones, which
I knew you would say that.
Black Sails, which is one of the best pirate shows I've ever seen.
Black
Sails.
Is that show produced by Michael Bay?
Yes, it is so good.
Wow.
I have not seen that.
Other people are working on it too, so it's not just his. There aren't a bunch of explosions everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say one show, and I know Faith's gonna agree with me. This show has the greatest finale I have ever seen in my entire life. Spartacus.
Yeah, Spartacus, very good. The ending, the last
Um,
episode,
the last episode, I'm not kidding you, it's some of the best television I've ever seen in my entire life.
yeah, there was a character I was so glad when she died. I hated her so much. Like the actress they recast as her was so annoying. I was so glad when she died.
I have not even seen that show, Spartacus.
Oh, it is the most graphic TV show you
Oh, I'm gonna say this.
entire
More
life.
graphic than Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Wait, yeah, dude, this is like NC-17 shit.
Yeah, there are like orgies and like full private parts in like every episode.
Yeah, this show doesn't hold back, and I will give you this. Like the first few episodes of the first season started off rough, but it picked up, and then season 2 was like it was a prequel, and the reason why is because the actor who played the lead role of Spartacus, he ended up passing away due to cancer,
Yeah,
and he
that's
was battling it.
bad.
That was horrible. So seasons 3 and 4, they end up casting a new,
Liam McIntyre.
who was great.
Yeah.
And great show. I will say this though: if you are squeamish, and like I said, this is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, there are like a lot of slow motion orgy scenes in like every other episode, I swear. And
This is like if you put together. It's like if you put together 300 and Gladiator put together, and that centers around the based on the life story of Spartacus. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good show, but yeah.
Might not be for everybody.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul? I'm guessing that's the spinoff.
Better Call Saul, I can't say that I love the show. I like it, but it's decent. But there are some really good episodes, but Breaking Bad is phenomenal. I love it a lot. It's very good.
Hold on, let me see. What about the Fast and the Furious movies? First 3, I hated them. I hated them so much. Fourth one was not bad. It was Fast 5 where the tables turned. I was just like, holy crap, this is awesome. And it's been awesome ever since.
Yeah, Fast 6 and Furious 7 are definitely my 2 favorites.
I've only seen like one Fast and Furious movie. I think it was the second or the third one. And
Tokyo Drift. That's the worst one.
I don't think it's Tokyo Drift. I don't know. I've seen like 2 or 3 or maybe 4. No, actually it's probably the third one. But yeah, I really don't have any interest in watching this series though. Honestly, I'll probably not watch any of the first 7 before the 8th one comes out. I'm just not going to watch it because I don't care.
Yeah, so like for me, before the 7th movie came out, I basically marathoned all of the movies. And I realized that I didn't even get to review them, so thankfully they're making an 8th one, so now I can review them. Because it would just be easier.
Besides, if I want action movies with cars, I'll just watch Mad Max Fury Road. That's all the more action I need.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They're real, folks. Okay, Antonio Contreras said this. Batman v Superman made $27.7 million on the Thursday in North America alone.
That's good.
So it's already made over $100-some million.
Yeah.
I'm just copying and pasting some of the questions so I don't forget them.
Oh yeah, well, that's good. Oh, well, there is a question. Is it for me? Because I
think it's for everybody.
Everybody can answer it, so don't want to be selfish. Okay, what are some of your favorite movie franchises? Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll put the dash in there. So
what are your top 3 movies of all time?
Top three. Pulp Fiction, Empire, and Schindler's List.
I don't even know. I still need to see some of these like big movies or really classic movies.
I actually have a good question. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because I kind of If you, I know Faple's listening to this Panic Game episode 36 with the live chat just lost their mind and do the hilarious due to me and the game that Shane played called Room 204. Okay, you can banish. I'm gonna steal this idea from Shane on Mac Pimp Daddy. I know that's his nickname. You can banish 2 movies you hate with a passion. But the problem is, you need to banish 1 movie that you absolutely love. I already know what my two would be.
Know what? Yeah, I know what the bad movies I would banish.
Okay, well, you can pick two of them, but however, you need to banish one movie you absolutely love.
Like one you could live without watching forever?
Not only can you not, you can need to live. It doesn't even exist.
Let me.
It's so hard. I don't even.
I know. Like, okay, one of them for me, like I said, you already know I'm gonna say The Hottie and the Naughty. I believe that is the worst movie ever made. And the other one, I have to pick a Happy Madison film. Wonderful. Only one. It's between Blended or Jack and Jill.
I would probably get rid of The Green Inferno.
Oh God, I hated that movie.
I'm sorry, but I screamed watching that movie. It was just so like sick to watch. I can't even stand it.
I'm watching it and I'm just like, okay, folks, some of these characters are so stupid. There's a sequence where, okay, the plane, the propeller, it crashed and it's still spinning, and the guy gets scared and then he turns around and he just runs right into the propeller and he hits him in the head and kills him. I'm like, oh, you stupid! And also, The Green Inferno has one of the most unintentional, funniest scenes I have ever seen in my entire life.
Does it involve gonorrhea?
Yes!
I haven't seen it, but I heard.
Okay, it's out of nowhere where this girl's like, oh, I don't feel so good, and they're like, we all don't feel, and they're all stuck in this cage, bamboo cage. They're like, no, I really don't feel, and then until you hear her farting and shit, and I'm just like, she's like, oh God, and she hauls ass to the corner, she takes out her pants and just unleashes this splashing lava dump, and I'm just like, what? And she's hanging on the bamboo sticks like her life depended on it, like, oh, just shaking like crazy. And the other guys are like, she's like, I'm so sorry, you guys, And she's crapping her guts out. And all the little cannibals, the villagers are like, and they're like, ew, they're plugging their nose and they're laughing. I'm just like, what? And it's never mentioned ever again in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I had to watch that like 800 times. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not gonna revisit that movie ever again.
Oh my God, that scene, Eli Roth, you are garbage, dude.
Yeah, I mean seriously, like Knock Knock was tame compared to The Green Inferno.
Well, Knock Knock was so insulting and so offensive. Like, okay, if you're a married guy, you deserve to be raped, punished, have your life and your house and your family life destroyed because if you're a married man and be spied on. Great message.
Mm-hmm.
And you're probably thinking,
look what you're trying to do to this man.
And you're probably thinking, oh, come on, John, quit looking at a film. So no, that's literally what she says before she was about to kill him with that, before she intentionally tries to kill him with that stone near the end.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that movie so much. Oh my God. There's another one. Oh wow, Clint Lamberson, man, he's just chowing down. He's like at a all-you-can-eat dinner buffet, man. He's
Nostalgia Critic.
Okay, I used to love him when he was on YouTube, and when he was first starting, he was doing the 5-second videos and the early stuff of the nostalgia. Love him, and when he started his website, love him. And he retired his character in like one of his movies that he does with Channel Awesome, and that was a great way to send off his character. And then when he brought him back, oh my holy God, does he suck a big fat turd? He's horrible. He's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he's only done like maybe a couple of good episodes. That's it. Before, oh my God, he was brilliant. Now, can't stand him.
Yeah, I have not seen him. Also, we have another question. Have you guys seen Jessica Jones or Fuller House?
Is Fuller House, is that Full House like reuniting or something?
Yeah.
I started watching Jessica Jones, but then, I don't know, there's just so many things that I need to catch up on that I need to take my time. I mean, thankfully it's on Netflix, so I can revisit it anytime I want. Fuller House, I watched the first season, and at first, when I saw the pilot episode, I did not like it.
Yeah,
It just felt really forced, like, oh, really? Oh, and then they had to stupidly bring up, like, some bad excuse why Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen wasn't there. And I'm just,
honestly,
really, like, all those people were constantly throwing around jokes about Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, like, oh, they work in the fashion industry now. It's like, good for
Right.
you.
you know what? I think Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, they didn't have to be in the show. I know they're done with acting, and I can,
Mhm.
you know, I'm not, you know, but they should have had a cameo. Maybe like a Skype call, just a little cameo.
Mhm.
That would have been enough, you know, just like a few minutes on screen in one episode, and then they don't have to show their face again. They can say, "Oh yeah, we're going somewhere where there's no
Like
Wi-Fi."
traveling the world or something, like.
But just a few minutes on screen. No, not even a few minutes, like a minute on screen. That would have been nice.
Yeah. I know, but it's just like, but sometimes I feel like, well, maybe, like, even if they are done with acting, their character on the show, when it first started, like, they were just, like, really little. And so they didn't really know, I mean, they didn't really know what else to say except, you got it, dude, or something like that. But then, but the rest of the season, though, I felt got a lot better after the pilot. So I was willing to give it a shot after the pilot. And, you know, I really did enjoy it. So I can't wait to see what they do for another season, because I heard it's getting renewed. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I need another season.
Mhm.
It was enjoyable, and it made me really happy.
Yeah.
But that first episode when Jesse sang, I teared up. Just, even though it was a nostalgia fest, that scene made me really tear up. It was so sweet.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think John Stamos is like the only guy who actually got really hot. I
Yeah.
did not really find him that attractive back in the day, but now he is.
Oh, I found him
Oh,
hot.
him.
He's hot now.
Uh-oh, him or Tom Hardy. Sophie's choice.
Uh,
No,
But-
John Stamos is hotter, but Tom Hardy's the better actor.
Oh, and by the way, if you want to see a great movie with Tom Hardy in it, to me it's his best performance. Locke.
Bronson.
Come
Go
on,
see
fast,
that.
quicker, go faster! That is my favorite scene in that movie, is where, because it's based on a true story, that inmate from Europe who was like insane, Charles Bronson, and I don't mean the actor. There's a sequence where he holds a guard hostage in his jail cell, and he calls the warden, you know, to demand things, but he didn't get nowhere with them. Then when he realizes the guard he kidnapped, that he's a family man, he's a married, family man with 2 kids, he strips down completely naked, and he tells him to rub this stuff. It looks like soap or something all over his
I
body.
thought it was paint.
I don't know what it was, like some white stuff. And I think I know what he was doing. The reason why is because he knew the guards were going to come after him, and so that when he's butt naked and he's slippery, so they can't grab him. And he tells the guard, he's like, "All right, lad, come over here and rub some of this on my back." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Get your ass over here!" And he gets all pissed and everything. He's like, "Hurry, rub it on my back and my ass, rub it on my ass cheeks." You know, he's like, "Come on, quicker!" He's just going berserk, and it's the
No, he is an incredible actor.
Oh, as much as I don't like Nicholas Winding Refn, but man, him in that movie, he is brilliant. I love him in Charles West Bronson to crack you up. But yeah, I don't care for Nicholas Winding Refn. I find him to be overrated, which is a good translation to this one. Do you think that Frozen is the most overrated movie of all time? No, I love Frozen. I can tell you what.
Oh my god, I love that song.
I can tell you what. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, I did get annoyed. I did start disliking Frozen for a few months. I'll admit it, because I was so annoyed with people still talking about it. I wanted them to shut up, and it made me start hating it. But then I watched part of it again sometime last year, and it made me smile, and I realized that people loved it. I just got tired of it because people wouldn't shut up about it.
You wanted them to let it go, but you knew that you couldn't let it go.
I mean, you gotta like Olaf the Snowman, and that's before Josh Gad met Adam Sandler.
Mhm.
You know how that went down. No, to me, the most overrated movie of all time. I know I'm gonna get hate for this. Dave Cronenberg's A History of Violence. This movie stars Viggo Mortensen, where he's like a family man, and all of a sudden something triggers him, and he ends up just these people are trying to rob his diner shop, and he just kills these people in the most vicious, brutal ways, and this attracts the attention of some people that he had violent times with in the past. Sounds great on paper, but oh my god, this was on my worst of the year list, and yet people will love it.
Mhm.
Another one is another movie I'm gonna get hate for. American Beauty.
I love that movie.
Mhm.
Okay, but there are two things I love about it. Kevin Spacey in that movie deserved that Oscar. Oh my god, every time he was on screen, I love the movie.
Oh my God, I love him even more now that he's in House of Cards.
Oh my gosh, he is fantastic.
Oh.
He is phenomenal in American Beauty. I was like, every time he's on screen, I was rooting for him to win because he was my favorite character. No, that's another thing I didn't like about it, is that I didn't like any character except for Kevin Spacey's character. Every time he was on screen, I was just cheering for him. When he grabbed that dinner plate and just hurled it across the dinner table, I was just like, yes! I was like, you tell them! Oh, he made me so proud. Hey, that was my only, but American Beauty, and those to me are the top two.
I do not have any overrated movie. I don't even know. It's so hard for me to think.
Well, I do have one. Well, I have a franchise. I don't know if I have a most overrated movie of all time, but I do have one in recent memory, and that will be the Magic Mike franchise. I don't like it at all. I think it's horrible. And yeah, I don't like it. It's like when I wanted to see just a bunch of strip club scenes. That's all I wanted to see. I don't care about their stories. I don't care about their lives. Is it
Well, what about a movie called Boogie Nights? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie's awesome.
Yeah, but that's a good movie. Magic Mike and Magic Mike XXL is not that good of a movie.
Well, I thought Magic Mike was much better than Magic Mike XXL.
Way better.
XXL.
Yeah, but I will agree, though, the story, I feel like I didn't come to see these movies for the story. I care about seeing those guys taking their clothes off, and
And you do for the last 20 minutes. You do for the last 20 minutes.
I was the one that always said, like, I was the one that basically wanted to see them make a third Magic Mike movie and then have it be in 3D, Have, like, all that man junk, all that Channing Tatum in my face.
Like, in 3D? Oh, Jesus.
I thought I would get front row seats. I don't care. The screen is right there. I'd get a headache. I would see that. All the abs and all that.
You should get a recliner. Okay, wait a minute. Another most overrated movie. Oh, thank you. I love this. I'm going to say this right now. Another most overrated movie is Pitch Perfect 2. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I hated that movie.
Once again, another sequel that is much worse. I love the first Pitch Perfect movie. The sequel, though, not so much.
Folks, the movie literally steps out with Rebel Wilson caught upside down in these curtains, and it exposes her groin area because her suit rips, and she shows her vag to everybody, including the President of the United States. I am not joking. That's how the movie opens.
Or Obama's. You have to see that Australian down south stuff. Down under.
Rebel Wilson, as hot as you are, please do something that doesn't rely on you being overweight, because that's her gimmick the whole entire movie.
Have you
Jesus.
seen How to Be Single yet?
I was just about to ask that same question. I have not seen that, but
I have not seen it either, and I don't even want to. I will if I find it. Oh God. That movie's ass.
I'd rather watch
You
50
guys-
Parker.
do you guys love Deadwood? Oh, not Deadwood. I'm sorry. I loved. Oh yeah, speaking of television shows, that's also one of my favorite shows of all time.
I have
Deadwood.
not seen it yet, but I really want to because I love historical dramas and I try to watch as many as possible. So that's on my
All I
list.
gotta say is Ian McShane is a god in that show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of Ian McShane, he is going to be in season 6 of Game of Thrones.
Okay, that's gonna be good. I want to see what he's gonna
Watch
do
the
with that.
show, Jerome. You need to watch it.
I don't have HBO.
I don't have HBO either, but wait, when does it start?
April 24th is when season 6 premieres.
Dang it! Either way, I don't have HBO either. It'll be sad.
It's the most
Haley
popular show of all time, so you could find it online.
Haley Steinfeld was amazing. Okay, there's a joke about Haley Steinfeld. I forgot what her last name was. She goes, yeah, that's my last name. It's like, good thing I didn't take my last name from my father's side, which is hard on. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
Do you guys love Deadpool? Love it.
Yes.
This is one of my 10 out of 10s this year.
I love Deadpool.
It might be my favorite Marvel movie of all time.
It's up there.
X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Oh, that's why you're my younger sister. It's also one of my faves.
And Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's also up there for me.
I like that movie, but I don't love it as much as everyone else.
Aww.
I still need to get it on Blu-ray.
You know, there's so many comic book movies coming out this year that I have to be very stingy with my perfect scores for those movies because there are too many of them coming out, and I can't give a 5 out of 5 to every comic book movie because.
Next, in May we have Captain America: Civil War,
X-Men Apocalypse,
and X-Men Apocalypse. I'm not really looking forward to seeing the new X-Men. I mean, I'll still see it, but I just don't know if I'm like.
I have faith in it. No pun intended. And I'll tell you why. It's because it's the same writer and director of Days of Future Past, and that is to me the best Marvel movie.
Wait, who wrote X-Men: Days of Future Past? Matthew Vaughn?
Simon Kingsberg.
Simon Kinberg.
But then again, he wrote Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's my word. In this movie.
Wait, okay, do you guys have a guilty pleasure movie? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One of them is 2012.
Nate's on a plane.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know if you guys seen this movie. To me, this is the best, worst movie ever made. The Room.
Yes.
Nope, not seeing it.
Oh, hi, Mark. How's your sex life?
I actually want to watch it again. I haven't watched it since last year.
Dude,
I've not seen it at all, so I am kind of.
Lauren, you need to see this movie. This movie is something you have to see to believe because it is so bad that it is hysterical.
Yeah, just wait until you see what score I'll give it.
Oh, God. Plan 9 from Outer Space. That's another good one. The Oogie Loves because of that fish. I did a review on that on Alex's channel, and you know why. Yeah, those are some of my guilty pleasures.
Knock Knock might be my guilty pleasure.
Which one?
Knock Knock.
Oh no!
Or I don't know.
You gave it your very first 0 ever since you've been on YouTube, and you say it was your worst film of the year.
It was. But now I'm kind of. I want to watch it again.
Why?
Dude,
you want to watch a good movie with Keanu Reeves? Watch John Wick.
John Wick. I'm gonna watch John Wick again. I love John Wick.
John Wick was freaking. That's a movie that
He's getting a sequel too, so.
Yeah, he needs a sequel after he went downhill with that piece of crap. Oh my God. Wait, I know I have a. Did you guys see Pee Wee Herman's Big Holiday? No, I haven't. I know it debuted at South by Southwest.
Yes.
I don't care to watch it at all. I haven't
even when I wasn't feeling well. I needed something to be more, like, I don't know. It was just like, it was stupidly funny. And, yeah, I didn't even know what to expect going into watching it. But it was just meh for me. You can watch it. It's got Joe Manganiello in it.
Clint Lemberson said, "You guys like DreamWorks animation?" Yes and no.
Yeah, no.
They have some great. I'm seriously, they have some of the best animated films I've ever seen. One of them, I consider to be the best animated sequel of all time. How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yeah, How
I
to Train
love.
Your Dragon.
I still have to see those movies.
Oh my God, they are, dude. They're so good. They actually top Pixar. That's how good they are.
I love that.
Especially the sequel. The Kung Fu Panda series, love it.
Yeah.
And the first,
Kung Fu Panda 3, not so.
love
I
it.
really liked the
Oh, love it.
Kung Fu
I
Panda.
absolutely love the third one.
Shrek.
And the first two Shrek movies,
Oh,
especially the
yeah.
sequel.
I love the Shrek movies.
I love the third one, and I really like the fourth one. But I haven't seen any of them in a long time, so.
Oh, here's another good animated one. This is underrated. Rise of the Guardians.
Haven't seen that.
The ones with like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny.
Think of it as the holiday version of the Avengers.
Oh my, that movie was kind of cute.
Oh, it was great.
Hugh Jackman played the Easter Bunny like an Australian.
Oh, perfect.
Also, Megamind is DreamWorks.
Oh yeah, no, we can't. I gotta love that part. Yeah, and Rise of the Guardians, like Santa Claus, he's got two tattoos on his both arms. One says naughty, the other one says nice. You know, it's got really funny visual cues. So yeah, very underrated. But no, because there have been some DreamWorks films that are just like hitting the cropper, like the Ice Age series. Oh my God.
Yeah, I hate seeing like those previews with the stupid squirrel in outer space, and that like the head comes off, and it's just like floating in space. I was like, really, squirrel thing? You should be dead right now. Like, go die in space. You shouldn't even be in space.
I hope he does, because he's the reason why all these big disasters are starting in the first place. I'm just looking through. Oh, this is a good one. What are some of your favorite soundtracks and scores from a movie? That's a good one. Okay, obviously Hans Zimmer.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Is that Howard Shore?
Howard Shore, yes.
What's the name of the guy? He passed away. He just passed away. He's done some great.
James Horner.
James Horner
was is amazing.
Alien, Glory, Titanic, and Braveheart.
Jumanji.
Those are some of my favorite scores from him.
Also, Junkie XL's score for Mad Max Fury Road.
Wasn't even nominated.
And also, I also really enjoyed Ennio Morricone's score in Hateful Eight. I'm glad that won over John Williams' score from Force Awakens.
Oh yeah, speaking of John Williams, to me, John Williams I think created the greatest score of all time.
Yeah.
The Empire's theme.
I can agree. But his score was good in Force Awakens, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. I still liked it though.
I love the Revenant score. Yeah, I know I'm probably in the minority here, but I really loved it. I thought it definitely fit.
I didn't actually pay attention to the score. I was more paying attention to
the cinematography.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And my boy Leo.
Winning that Oscar.
I swear to God, if he didn't win that Oscar, I was gonna drive to California. It's only a 6-hour drive.
Hopefully. Well, I would like to see Leo in like a big blockbuster movie, honestly, now. I still want to see the types of movies like Revenant and stuff, but I do want to see him in a big blockbuster movie. The last one was like Titanic.
To me, it's the best film of the decade, Inception.
I don't think that as a blockbuster film, as a big one. I do love the movie Inception, but it's honestly a movie I only watch once every few years.
Oh my God, that's a film where after it was done, I wanted to rewatch it again because there's so much going on, but it all makes sense.
I watched Inception twice in a row.
I could not do that. I probably won't watch it again for another few years, maybe 10 years. It is a great movie. It's for me. I can't watch it over and over again.
Yeah. Because you feel like you know.
And it's a movie you have to pay attention to. Like, I don't, I like to do other stuff when I'm watching movies. Well, not watching.
But okay, well, how about this? Here's a question that both of you guys can answer, and this is something that I feel like I've been reading a lot about, where some movies, I sort of feel like you're being spoon-fed a lot of the things that go on in movies, so you're not really left to, interpret what's going on, and they get right to the point when it comes to putting scenes together and what you're actually seeing. And like, do you like movies where you can actually try to think about what's going on, like where to think?
I can
or do you
answer
want
this.
something like, and I'm not trying to be biased or anything, like some Marvel movies I know like to make.
Okay, I can answer this really easily. Okay. Now, there's reasons why I hate films like Under the Skin, okay, where the movie it's pretentious art house garbage, where it's something that you just have to you have to know, or else you just don't get it, No, it's a movie. It's called Show and Tell, okay. You use visual presentation with a clever script, and that's how you put it together. So, like, I'll give you a great example. Look at the movie WALL-E, one of my favorite movies of all time. Most of the film has no dialogue, yet it's written in such a way that it's presented that you know what's going on. I'll give you another example. Look at the recent Planet of the Apes movies. Okay, you can tell what's going on through the visual cues of the characters from the apes. You can do it with little to no dialogue. But if you don't know what's going on, it's just going to be like an artsy type film like Lars von Trier or Nicholas Winding Refn or something like that. I mean, why do you think his films are I think his films are crap, because they're boring, pretentious art house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now you can interpret it on your own, and it still works, because it still presented a story and it wrapped everything up, while leaving something for you to think about. Look at Inception. Look at the last scene in the movie Inception.
So do you prefer style over substance?
It depends on the movie. It really depends on the movie. But it really depends overall. Obviously you need the substance, but hey, style never hurts.
Like Batman v Superman.
I haven't seen it.
You should see it.
I'll give you a great example. Look at the movie. Okay, this movie is the most polarizing movie I've ever seen. Man of Steel. Why do I love Man of Steel? Look at the attention to detail on its story. It explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
How was Krypton like? Why did it get destroyed? Why did Superman go to Earth in the first place? Why is Superman so powerful on Earth? What does the S stand for? There's so much attention to detail, and why did Zod go after him? And why did so much attention to detail.
I liked the opening scene, the opening 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, because it's just like, wow, we get to experience what Krypton was like.
Yeah.
See, I can appreciate a film that does that. Yeah. Or look at the Godzilla movie, the recent one. Why do I like that? Because everything made sense. So like, why couldn't they kill those two? I think they call them the Muto. Because they had the EMP, and only Godzilla can kill them. And why did they have to do a halo jump and everything? Not only was it cool to look at, it has substance behind it.
Yeah, and it's just like a new interpretation of that character or the story.
Yeah, and and another thing about these recent Superman movies, the reason why is because this is the reason why I think critics is because it isn't the Superman they grew up and loved.
It's not the Christopher Reeve or the George Reeves.
No, it's not. That's what people cannot accept.
Mm-hmm.
They like the happy, jolly, Superman. They don't like the dark and serious Superman. But I do, because I can take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I guess you could say that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. Or people saying like, oh, Superman doesn't kill. Look at what he's responsible for.
I know he did kill Zod in the comics,
Yeah.
and in the movie, it's either he did that or because he had to make a choice.
Hmm.
He was in a position that he had no other choice. Think about it. And sometimes just because it says one thing in the comics doesn't mean it's going to work well on screen. Look at the Joker in The Dark Knight. Okay? He fell in a pool of chemicals. He's nothing like that in The Dark Knight. And yet, when people remember the Joker, they remember The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean?
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting to see what for Suicide Squad coming up. I can't wait to see that. That's one of my most anticipated movies of the year.
That is also my most anticipated film of the year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple more questions that came on. One of them is worst plot twist in a movie. Okay, I can tell you a recent one. The movie The Gallows.
Oh yeah, the ending.
There's a double plot twist ending that is so ridiculous that it's just insulting. That's one of them I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Shark Night 3D.
Oh my god.
Okay, what films have you watched so many times and still love watching to this day? Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
The classic Disney movies, hand-drawn animated Disney movies.
The Little Princess.
Oh, that's a good.
Homeward Bound. First one, not the second one.
That's a good question. Your favorite hand-drawn Disney movie?
Lion King. No competition.
Beauty and the Beast. Or The Lion King. I also love that too.
That was also my guess too, Lauren. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Because it has Gusteau in it. I love that guy.
Yep. Lion King, I think, is the best animated movie of all time, even though someone we know thinks...
Oh, no. Oh, no, that's good. Another one, yeah, Lion King, and I originally thought this was Disney, but it's not. It's my favorite hand-drawn of all time, The Iron Giant.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it in, like, 10 years, though.
The Tarzan that came out in '99 is a good one. Aladdin, obviously, up there.
Anything princess for me.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people who are hating on, like, the classic Disney princesses because they're not doing anything. I mean, yeah, like Sleeping Beauty, she doesn't really do anything, but the movie...
She sort of, like, prances around and dances in the woods, and then
It's a good movie, and...
It's called Sleeping Beauty. She.
Yeah.
Well, at least I loved watching Maleficent. Now, that was a great movie.
Okay, that's a movie that has people split.
I don't like it.
I know. See, I enjoyed it. I really did. To me, if I ask me what's the best live action, or animation to live action, to me it's Cinderella.
Yeah. But I think The Jungle Book
I might take it.
Yeah.
could be better than Cinderella.
No, I think it is going to be.
I saw the most recent trailer for it in the theaters, and it made me even more excited for this movie than I already am.
Yeah, I'm kind of wishing that they didn't decide to make two different Jungle Book movies. There's going to be this one coming out, and then Andy Serkis's Jungle Book Origins, which is more closely related to the book.
Not every movie needs an origin story. We don't need origin stories for everything. Which, just saying, you know how the trend is to reboot and remake everything? Mm-hmm. I think in the future, when they run out of things to remake, I think they're going to start making a bunch of crossover movies. I think that they could do that because, one, like, they're doing 23 Jump Street with...
Men in Black.
And then there's this scene in Batman v Superman. It's not really a spoiler, but it was kind of like Mad Max Batman. And I was thinking, if they made a Mad Max Batman crossover movie, I think that would be amazing. So I think in the future they could do like a bunch of crossovers.
Well, speaking of Mad Max, they should, well, Mad Max Fury Road, they should, I heard a lot of people saying that they should just fire Zack Snyder and have George Miller direct the Justice League movie.
Yeah.
Here's the
Or a
thing.
solo Batman movie. Or unless Ben
I-
Affleck wants to do that. I'd rather see Ben Affleck do that.
Me
For his
too.
own.
Well, here's the thing. Ben Affleck, they say he kills it in the movie.
Yeah.
He's
And,
amazing.
So,
I read that he got the rights to not only star but directing a Batman series.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him do it. And what was another thing I was going to say? Oh, speaking of George Miller, I don't know if this is true, but I heard he was supposed to be directing Man of Steel 2.
That's what I heard. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I would love to see it.
yeah, but I don't want to see him make another Mad Max movie. I don't care about a Superman sequel. I'd rather see another great Mad Max movie made by him.
Mhm.
That's
Well, I believe there is going to be one.
Well, maybe he can do both, but we'll see.
Okay,
Don't
I
want
gotta
to
read
get too tired.
Right. Thoughts of Disney's. Oh my God. The thoughts of Disney greenlighting Indiana Jones 5.
I haven't even seen the other ones, like the previous ones before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Ass.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was totally gonna add a different word than that, but
Shia LaBeouf jumping with monkeys and Indiana Jones surviving a nuclear fallout explosion by hiding in a fridge that's made out of.
I mean, Harrison Ford, he is killing it with all these franchises. First you got Blade Runner 2, and then he got killed off in Star Wars.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
it's so
exactly, really.
I know. But still. But here's the thing, though. I loved him in Star Wars. That's the thing. He was so good in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
he
yeah,
got a nice big paycheck out of it too. So I guess he would have rather played Indiana Jones more than Han Solo.
Well,
whatever.
Here's the thing. Disney bought out. Wait, it's owned by Disney, so hopefully George Lucas will have nothing to do with this because he had a lot to do with 4.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? What do you think of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? Love the first one. Second one's okay. Hated the third one. And I thought the fourth one was okay.
Oh,
The fourth one I did not like. And why are they making a fifth one? Really?
I franchise actually. I guess you can say it's one of my guilty pleasure franchises.
The first and the second one are my favorite.
Oh, that third one, dude. I was like, holy crap. Where were they going with this?
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit I haven't seen any of the movies in years, so I might have to rewatch them again before the fifth one, so I could see if I still like them.
If they're all consistent.
What do you think of the possibility of an Uncharted movie?
I would actually love to see that. I, am a slight fan of the games. I think they do have potential, but I feel like they're almost kind of like Indiana Jones-esque.
Okay, this is what I want to say. I don't want them to make them, and I'll tell you why. Because the video games stand out for itself. Because I have all 3, and I love them.
Because the cinematic parts of the game, I feel like look really good. And it's
come on. You just like it because of Nathan Drake. You find him hot and funny as hell, huh? Yeah, see?
Personally, I would rather see them make a Mass Effect movie. I don't know if you guys have heard of that video game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. That game needs to be a movie like Stat. Hurry up.
Just hope it doesn't end like the third game.
And then they need to, and then if they decide to make it, they need to call me up so I can be turned into an Asari.
Yeah,
I want to be one of those blue alien things. For real.
You're not gonna have a infamous love scene in it like they had in the Mass Effect games.
Well, I played it and I made sure that I got with Kaden Alenko. I mean, I wasn't gonna go full Asari. I mean, I'm not about that life.
Faith, have you played any of the Mass Effect or Uncharted games by any chance?
I am not a gamer in the slightest, so unless other than the occasional board game or games on my phone in the past, but I don't play video games. Have no interest in them. Though I can understand if you love them.
Oh man, I mean, look at my pic when I'm talking and my picture shows. Look at me, I'm freaking Doom Guy. For Christ's sake. I'm Doom Guy. That's a picture that Gary made of me, and I was like, I love it. Oh my God. Oh, here's a good one. Who would you guys like to see cast as the next James Bond?
Uh,
What was his name? He's from Beast of
Idris
No Nation.
Elba.
Yes, I want to see it. I want to see it happen.
hmm.
I think he'd be awesome.
Oh, I have a confession to make. I have not seen a single James Bond movie in full, so I don't have an opinion on this.
You
Okay.
haven't even seen Casino Royale and
And
Skyfall
Skyfall. Those are the
are
two
the
best
best
ones.
Daniel Craig James Bond movies.
I've seen like 20 minutes of Casino Royale, but that's it.
Oh my god, that
The-
movie is so awesome.
I need to watch the Sean Connery ones and the Daniel Craig ones.
Yeah,
The
just
best
don't
Sean
even
Connery-
worry about the Pierce Brosnan ones. Like, really, who cares?
Oh no! One of them is one of the best.
The
GoldenEye.
one with Sean Bean, that's the only one I would probably watch because I love.
And Goldfinger. That's the best
First
one with Sean
one.
Connery. The first one? I think the first one's Doctor No.
I'm not a
Um,
huge James Bond fan, so I haven't seen like any of the old movies.
Have you seen the Phantom of the Opera 2004 version? Yes, I have.
Maybe
Eh,
I might have
yeah,
seen like 20 or 30 minutes of it.
Okay, I'm done. Don't get me to sing.
Before Gerard Butler was King Leonidas, he was singing.
Oh jeez, he was bad. Nah.
Have you seen any of the Matrix movies? First Matrix movie is phenomenal. It's one of the best action movies of all time. See, the Matrix Reloaded, I have fun with. Matrix Revolution sucked.
Mhm.
I've seen half of the first Matrix and I didn't have the desire to finish watching it, and didn't even remember the second two.
Have you
Oh, go
taken
ahead,
the
man,
blue pill
hit me.
yet?
I guess it's so. I don't know. I guess it was. I know it was revolutionary in '99, but now the action movies are different. I don't know. I guess for me it felt dated. I don't know. I just had no desire to finish watching it. I know I should watch it in full.
Oh, you should.
I don't have the desire to. At the
It's
moment.
at least one of the best movie series from the Wachowskis. Because honestly, what other movies did they make that people really care about? Cloud Atlas,
wrote-
not so much.
Oh my
Jupiter
God.
Ascending, which they didn't. Wait, did they direct Jupiter Ascending, or did they
They wrote and directed. Okay, I don't hate Jupiter Ascending like everyone else. I hate Cloud Atlas. I hate that movie.
Cloud Atlas is just like too long. It
I
doesn't really pique my
watched
interest.
30 minutes of it, and then I stopped watching it because I didn't want to finish it.
Faith, I want to tell you this. Okay, I was at the theater because I was writing for the paper at the time, and I had to watch this movie. Okay, I clocked it. Nothing happens for the first hour and 45 minutes. This movie's almost 3 hours long, and I saw people walking out of the theater. It was my number 3 worst film of the year for that year. I hated it. But they wrote a really good movie. It's called V for Vendetta.
Yes, I've seen most of that movie. It's pretty good.
It's really good. Freaking Hugo Weaving in that movie as V. Awesome. His introduction alone is like some of the best screenplay I've ever heard. Do you guys hate the new Ghostbusters trailer? Hell yes! I hate it!
It was horrible.
You should see the dislike button on my trailer reaction video. I would say, I don't remember if it's got more or less than likes, but either way, a lot of people I know don't like the new Ghostbusters trailer.
I guess you weren't as bad as Sony by removing people's dislike messages in the comment section, right?
Yeah, I watched For the Movie God's video on it, and he proved the theory, and yeah, that's...
God, it's pathetic.
Mm-hmm. I saw the second trailer. I saw the second Ghostbusters trailer, and it still didn't impress me.
And I love how
really
they're like,
care if Chris Hemsworth. I would only see it for Chris Hemsworth, but I really don't care at this point.
I mean, I love the fact like, oh, people don't. This is the excuse I heard. I'm just like, really? Like, oh, people hate it because they're sexist and everything. I'm just like, okay, Mad Max Fury Road. How about The Descent? Thelma and Louise, Terminator 2, Aliens. Yeah, I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you can't. I know this is PG-13, but come on, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Come on now. I know better.
Yeah. I just don't understand why there has to be like an all-female of something or an all like.
Right, yeah. It's like, what's with all this like gender swapping of characters or changing?
They do it. They don't do it for artsy stuff. Wait, that
But
is.
look at the way Bridesmaids or any of Paul Feig's movies that has mostly female lead, and they're
Okay, but
funny as hell.
Bridesmaids is actually a funny movie. This does not look funny. They try to intentionally make this movie look
Oh
funny.
my
You have like
God.
that one girl, Kate McKinnon, I think, that blonde chick, and then she's like sticking her tongue on the like gun thing, or I don't know what it is. I was like, really? It's just the jokes aren't funny at all.
The last 30 seconds of that trailer with like the so-called exorcism part, I was just like, oh my God, this is.
That was kind. I mean, that does look kind of funny, but the overall movie, I guarantee you, will not be funny. I won't appreciate it. It's not the same without the other original Ghostbusters people.
What is your most overrated actor and actress? I know my most overrated actress.
Yeah, I have one. Maybe
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can go first.
Okay, for my most overrated actress, I can't stand this actress. I'm sorry. Tilda Swinton. Sorry. I never liked her. I don't know what it is with her.
I think she's awesome. Okay, if you've ever seen the movie We Need to Talk About Kevin.
Talk about Kevin. I hated that movie.
Oh my God. Well, okay, maybe she didn't have the best standout performance in that movie, unlike Ezra Miller, who is going to be awesome as the Flash, by the way. I mean, she's a great actress. Like, she was in Constantine.
I liked her.
Keanu Reeves. She was in The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio.
And she was in a movie where, okay, like I said, every once or twice a year, there's a movie that everyone loves but I hate. And Faith already knows what I'm gonna say. She was in this movie and everyone was praising her. I hated her. Snowpiercer.
I still have to finish watching that movie.
I know I'm in the minority.
I stopped watching Snowpiercer after I saw this like fat Taylor Swift looking chick.
But I don't go after people just because they like a movie or not, unless it's Happy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's evil. He's Satan. Overrated actor? I don't know. I can't really think of one. Oh yeah, I can. Adam Sandler. No, okay. You know what the truth is? When he does his comedies, he's the worst on the face of the planet. When he does dramas, he is brilliant. Watch the movie Reign Over Me.
Reign Over Me, yeah.
There's this one sequence where he opens up to Don Cheadle's character. You understand why he's dealing with the demons in his life. Why does he not do more films like this? I'll tell you why. Money. That is the reason why.
Yeah.
Because look at that movie, the Paul Thomas Anderson movie, Punch Drunk Love, or Funny People, or Spanglish. He's so good in those movies.
And parts of Click too. I know that movie was mostly funny, but there were some.
It's the last part of the movie where I was just like, why couldn't this be the whole movie?
Every time I watched that part.
I was watching, I'm just like, I hated the first like 80%, and then once it gets towards the end, I'm just like, why couldn't this be the whole movie?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have an overrated...
Ridiculous Sex, or whatever that Netflix show?
No, I'm so happy because it's not a theatrical release, and I don't have to bother with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I don't have to shoot myself with heroin or to watch one of his movies. I'm sorry, folks. I had to deal with this guy for 27 years.
Mm-hmm. Right. What were you going to say?
I do have an underrated actress.
Underrated.
I can't really think of one. But for actress, Emilia Clarke.
Oh, I've heard of her.
She is
Yeah.
Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones, and she was recently Sarah Connor in Terminator Genisys. But anyways, her performance in Terminator Genisys is but in Game of Thrones, I'm sorry. I used to love her character, but then, like, after rewatching Season 4 before Season 5, I hated her for a while, and then in Season 5, I realized she wasn't that great. I am excited for her story this season because she's with a certain group of people, but overall, rewatching the show, she's not that great of an actress. I mean, first of all, her line delivery is so... Ugh. And then her faces, like, she has 3 faces. She has her happy face, she I don't know, she has this one face where she's, like, happy. She has her,
She's kind of like Kristen. She's kind of like Kristen Stewart in Twilight. She has like loads of no emotion.
That is who I was going to say is an overrated actress.
But yeah.
I wouldn't say that because she was actually really good in a couple of films I've seen her in.
Yeah, but anyways, Emilia Clarke, she has 3 faces. She has like her happy face. She has another face, I forgot what I call it, and then she has like her badass face where she, you know,
Yeah.
and like just she has the same 3 faces. There could be different variations of all of them, and her line delivery is poor. And also like the people are really excited for this movie she's gonna be in later this year in June with Sam Claflin, Me Before You, and I saw this trailer.
Yes.
I will see the movie because I love Sam Claflin and I love Charles Dance, who is in that movie, and he is also in Game of Thrones, and he is phenomenal as Tywin Lannister. But yeah, everybody is so excited for that movie because of Emilia Clarke, and honestly, her acting doesn't look good in that either, and it's basically, I don't know, just she's not that great of an actor, but she gets so much praise, and just because she plays a beloved character in Game of Thrones, and she's not that great, yet everybody thinks she's so great.
I will say this about you call it Terminator genitals. I heard no, that's another name I heard of. Terminator genitals or Genisys. Those are the 2 names I heard. At least she's nowhere as bad as Jai Courtney. Oh
yuck.
Oh my God, no, but wait, Jai Courtney though. Okay, I wasn't a huge fan of his character in the Divergent movies, but I think he's going to kill it in Suicide Squad.
He did. Okay, I hope he does.
David Ayer is a really good director. Well, at least
I think he's
From
great.
Fury.
He directed Fury. He did a movie that it's one of the best cop movies. End of Watch.
Yes. But
He did do a movie called Sabotage, which overall is not a good movie, but it's one of Arnold's best performances.
I don't like that
Maggie?
movie at all. I hate it.
But it's not a good movie overall.
Yeah.
He wrote Training Day and stuff like that. He's really good,
Yeah.
and I have faith in him. So.
Oh my God, I'm getting all these constant emails about my Ghostbusters review or trailer review. Everybody's just constantly like going on there.
That's a good thing, ain't it? Oh, look at Austin. Okay, look at Austin. Dude, in his live Oscar reaction video, oh my God, he got like so many trolls that showed up to thumb down his video, and he got 57,000 views on it.
Whoa!
I'm serious, 57,000 gave him a really good paycheck. So those trolls actually did him a favor.
Yeah.
Dumb. Hold on, there's that question I saw. Okay, why is Disney... No, wait, no, that's not it. Hold on, I gotta scroll up a little bit. How do they explain you doing a 3,000-word review on The Other Woman, Jerome? Folks, I did this is the biggest, longest review I've ever did, and I went into details as to why I hate this movie and why I think it's the most sexist movie ever made. It's in my top 5 worst films of the decade. It's called The Other Woman, if you go to my Facebook page. How did they explain? Well, I don't know. Do you guys... Hold on a minute. Okay, it's the way he words it. Do you guys care about the new Die Hard movie Year One in the work? No. It needed to stop making after 5.
Wait, they're making another Die Hard movie?
Nobody
Yes.
asked for it.
What? I'm sick and tired of... Or, okay, speaking of things that should not be made or remade, Ben-Hur.
Okay, oh my god, okay. Dude, watch the original Ben-Hur. It is awesome.
I
It
need
is
to see that.
timeless.
I didn't even see the first Ben-Hur movie.
But I saw the trailer. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did, but I think if I had seen the original, which I will watch in the future, I think I would have.
Oh, the original is awesome.
I mean, Charlton Heston, you don't get any better than that.
Been
Oh,
awesome.
he's brilliant in the role. He's
You
brilliant.
get
in the role.
Toby Cabell, who had quite a year with Fantastic Four and
Oh my god.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Well, yeah, he gave one of the best villain performances, and then he gives one of the worst.
Yeah.
Speaking of Charlton Heston, are any of you gonna watch the Ten Commandments? Because Easter Eve they always play it on ABC at like 7 p.m.
Oh yeah, he played Moses. That's right.
That movie is awesome. But yeah, I'll say this for the Ben-Hur remake: at least it's not whitewashed. Like I saw mostly like brown or black actors in that.
I mean, they got Morgan Freeman in there, so with dreads too. So he looks even better.
I mean, great actors, which one of them will be in season 6 of Game of Thrones. I know I keep on bringing up Game of Thrones, but there are a lot of movies. There are a lot of movies with Game of Thrones actors in them. Sometimes they're great. Most of the time they're shit.
Yeah.
For Star Wars, there's Gwendolyn Christie was in that. Captain Phasma.
Yeah, who was completely underused in The Force Awakens, so Episode 8, that girl better bring it. I'm not playing.
And then you got that Rogue One movie, so.
But I'll admit, for Captain Phasma really didn't need to be in The Force Awakens that much.
Yeah, true.
Mostly about
Well, he served his purpose.
them. But if they don't use her a lot in Episode 8, that'll be annoying because they hyped her up so much and then they barely showed her, which I'm not mad about. But if they don't utilize her well in Episode 8, that'll really suck.
Yeah, they hyped her up, but she wasn't used well, and they kept Luke Skywalker's character under wraps, and then you get to see him in this one little dinky scene at the end. Spoiler alert.
Oh, I love that scene.
But then we're gonna see him in Episode 8. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Now we don't get Episode 8 until frickin' the end of 2017. We were supposed to get it in May, but now we have to wait till the end of 2017.
It's written.
Oh well, at least
directed
we'll
by-
get Rogue One. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Rogue One, which is my most anticipated movie of the year. These are Star Wars. That's my excuse on it.
I know Ryan Johnson is writing and directing 8, who did a movie called Looper. It's really well beloved by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that movie either.
And he also was. He also did. Wait, did he also do Brick with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as well? I don't know if you guys have heard of that movie or seen it.
Oh no, I've heard of it. I've seen it.
I love that movie. I feel like it is very underrated.
I was just looking through some of these. Okay, this is a good one. What movie sequel do you wish have never been made?
Zoolander 2.
Oh my God, where do you want me to begin? Poolander 2, Lord Ass 2.
Oof.
Oh, Horrible Bosses 2 is another one.
I've not seen the second one.
Oh my God, the first Horrible Bosses is hysterical. The second one, waste. What a waste. Highlander 2. Highlander, Spider-Man 3.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Actually, yeah. Well, I think Spider-Man 3 is still the worst, but Spider-Man 2 was, oh my God, it was such a disappointment. All the Star Wars prequels.
Star Wars prequels are not that bad.
The first 2. Oh my God, the first 2, especially the second one. Holy mother of God.
Just get rid of Jar Jar and that would have saved the franchise.
You know what? I heard there was a version of Star Wars. It's called Star Wars: The Phantom Edit, where they removed all of the scenes with Jar Jar.
That would
Here's another. Okay, here's another one. a movie that I was crying in the theaters because I was in so much pain. Grown Ups 2.
I watched that online.
I saw it in the theaters. I was going berserk. It's true, folks. I broke an armrest in the theater.
I'll admit, at the time, I was actually really excited for Grown Ups 2, but yeah, after Grown Ups 2, I realized that Happy Madison was not that good.
Yeah, the first one, I like the first one-ish. The second one,
Now, I used to be a huge Happy Madison fan. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I know better now. Especially after Grown Ups 2 and Pixels.
I couldn't even finish watching The Cobbler, man.
Ew, I don't like that movie at all. And while we're at it, I love all the Twilight movies too.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh my god. The Twilight breaking.
When the last Twilight movie came out, I screamed like literally 4 times. I counted throughout the entire movie.
By then, I wasn't
Oh my god.
as much of a fangirl, and so me and my friend, we saw it, and we laughed so much because the girls, they all screamed every time Jacob turned off.
Okay, you know what? This goes back to a question. The worst plot twist: Twilight Breaking Wind Part 2. Let me explain. Yeah, breaking wind, breaking down, breaking bad, whatever you want to call it. Okay.
No,
there was one thing I really liked about Breaking Down Part 2. There was this 10-minute battle sequence that was freaking awesome. Cool. How they ended it! It was horrible!
With the montage scene?
It was nothing but a vision dream sequence. I was like, kiss my big ass. That was a cop-out if I ever saw one. And, yeah, Twilight Breaking Wind Part 1, 3 things happen. Someone gets married, they end up having sex in the bed and it breaks, and they have a baby. There's your movie.
That's in the first part, actually.
I know, that's what I mean. That's all that happens.
Oh, yeah. I also really like the character Garrett, played by Lee Pace, who is
oh my god, he is my boy. I wanted that guy. I wanted to jump him up I wanted to climb him like a tree. You know, I would say the same thing for his character in the Hobbit movies, but he was just like this sparkly pansy ass elf, and now he's got this sparkly vampire. I'd rather go for the vampire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was pretty hot in that movie.
The first movie he was a sparkling wuss, and the other movie he was an elf up in a tree making fudge cookies.
Okay.
Okay, seriously?
He was cool in the Twilight movies. Well, in the last one. His character is cool because he's a normal vampire. He eats humans. He's not like, no, I'm not a freaking vegetarian vampire.
Speaking of that was a question okay, what is your favorite vampire movie?
Interview with the Vampire with Tom Cruise.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this counts. Blade 2.
Well,
the original one with Bela Lugosi, Dracula.
Yes, that's my number 2.
Or the one with Christopher Lee in those Hammer horror series of as Dracula. I say those are my favorite.
Dracula Untold.
Luke Evans is fine. I mean,
come on now. You knew that when he was climbing up that. You knew that when he was climbing up that mountain. That was so not a green screen in the background. Oh my god, that movie. Oh, it has a good origin, but where the hell? I mean, I bet you if they built a castle, it's probably made out of cardboard boxes.
Oh, actually, 2 Game of Thrones actors were in Dracula Untold. Charles Dance, who played the older vampire, and the little boy, Art Parkinson, I think, who played the son of Luke Evans. He's Rickon Stark in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
That's cool.
It's okay, it's all right.
Speaking of Charles, watch the and then there were none miniseries. He is great in that movie, and also what's his name? Aiden Turner, who
Oh,
he's so hot in that movie. There's
Oh,
in that mini,
don't play with me. Don't play
there's
with
a
me.
shirtless scene, and then there were 9 series involving Philip Lombard, played by Aiden Turner. What man?
And speaking of, oh wait, vampires. Aiden Turner was a vampire in the UK's Being Human series.
I've heard of that series. I haven't seen it.
I wonder if it's still on Netflix. That's how I watched it. Oh my god. He was so hot for like the
oh
first.
my God, he was so hot and luscious. I would
He
eat
was
him.
hot. I would get with him.
So hot. Like
30.
he was
I
pretty.
would give him 20 kids. I would give him triplets if I had to.
Yeah, he's really hot. He's pretty hot in the Hobbit movies. He's even hotter in Poldark. And then there were none. Aiden Turner is so hot.
Oh my god, he's Irish, you know, gotta have some of that, you know, special green, you know. Go back
Well,
to
hell, St. Patrick's Day was not too far off, so.
I could have given him a good time, you know.
I knew you were going to say so.
You can get lucky and it doesn't have to be in Vegas.
Hey, you're full of Lucky Charms, more like it. Oh my God.
But yeah,
I ordered him a shot of Guinness. Got him some Jamesons.
Oh, damn. We're going to hell. I know I am. Favorite Rocky training montage? The ones from Rocky 4.
I've not seen any of the Rocky movies. I've only seen Creed. With Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I had like a Rocky movie marathon before Creed. Like I had watched the first 2 Rocky movies a couple years back, and then I binge watched 3 through 6, and then I saw 7. No, I mean Creed. So
The fifth one doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because it sucks.
I didn't think it was the worst movie ever, but it is not good by any means. Just
Even Sylvester Stallone himself said it was a 0.
yeah, Rocky Balboa, that made up for it.
Oh, easily. I know why he did that movie. And then Creed is the best one since the first one.
I actually think Creed is my favorite Rocky movie.
Oh, I don't blame it because Creed was awesome.
Love it. Which Ryan Coogler should have gotten a nomination. For
No,
that.
Ryan Coogler. Oh, that's another guy I would love to see if he can. Well, here's the thing: the guy who's directing Star Wars Episode 9 is the same guy who's directing Jurassic World. Same guy who did Jurassic World, which is interesting. I want to see Ryan Coogler direct Episode 9.
That would be cool. I mean, I really did like Jurassic World, but there are a lot of people who hated it, so I'm a little worried about how Episode 9 would turn out. But if Ryan Coogler directed it, that'd be awesome.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
so
is what I
like
have to
take
say.
out Colin Trevorrow and then...
Here's what I thought about Jurassic World. The first half of the movie, I'm just like, okay, I don't know what they're going with this. And then the second half picked up, and it became an awesome movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I saw it.
Dinosaur fight at the end was awesome.
Oh, that was
yeah.
good. Are you guys fans of Kevin Smith or Stan Lee? Kevin Smith, dude. If you hear him talk off, like off camera or at like certain places where you can meet up with him, he is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
He can be really funny. Stan Lee, dude. Stan Lee's a god amongst gods. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. His freaking cameo in Deadpool, genius.
That was awesome.
Deadpool. Seriously, you gotta go see this movie because it's hysterical.
It's
one of the best comedies.
And it's getting a sequel, too.
Yeah, and it's my sense of humor, too, so...
Oh my God! Not only why does this movie work? Because it combines so many elements into one, and it works, and it's not out of place. Like it's one of the best satires I've ever seen. My favorite scene in the movie. I'm just gonna say this once. Hey, you ever seen 127 Hours? I saw that. I was tired.
Honestly, next weekend, nothing comes out in the theaters except for God's Not Dead 2, which
Oh my God.
I am not going to see that in the theaters because I would feel so embarrassed to go up to the ticket booth and ask for a ticket for that movie. But so I think I might have to just see Deadpool again to treat myself and then just wait for God's Not Dead 2 online because I would feel so embarrassed if I asked for a ticket for that movie.
I haven't even seen the first one. I don't even know what it's about.
Oh, just don't. They're really
I won't even bother.
the thing. I've seen enough reviews about the first God's Not Dead
Oh, it's bad.
to understand that, yeah, I don't need to see that movie. I already got all I need from it. But the sequel, I have to see it.
Okay, speaking of that, you talk about going to. Okay, I got a really good question because it brought me a memory. You know, you feel embarrassed going up to buy a ticket, and have you ever been to a theater where you were the only person there? This happened to me twice, but go ahead.
Oh, for me, there have been a few movies, I can't remember them, that I've been one of the only people in the movie theater, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
same with me too. I was in a movie theater where there were only like me. Oh, it might have been the Poltergeist remake.
Oh,
Oh!
I was in there with like I don't know, one or two other people.
actually, when I saw Birdman, it was earlier last year. I hadn't seen it when it was first released. I saw it before a couple weeks before the Oscars, but I actually saw it like 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. There were like 2 or 3 other people in the theater with me, and it was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Whiplash. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Okay. There's only twice when I was in the theater. I was the only person by myself. One of them is like one of the worst horror films I've ever seen. It was The Last Exorcism Part 2.
Oh my god, that movie sucked.
Awful. And the other one was actually a fun movie, Penguins of Madagascar. I was the only one.
Haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie for what it was. It was enjoyable.
I've seen the first 3 Madagascar movies, which I love all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts? Oh my God! Okay, you're gonna talk about bringing my piss to a boil. Thoughts on Chris Stuckman or Jeremy Jahns or the flick pick. Okay, Chris Stuckman, I can't stand him. Jeremy Jahns, I stopped following him.
Because of Dirty Grandpa?
Yes, folks. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that in a little bit because I know Lauren has that as a topic that she wanted to discuss on the best and worst so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Stuckman. He gives Mockingjay Part 1 a C and yet blended a C+. I was done with him. I was done. And you know what? His top 10 lists, there's no rhyme or reason. Like I remember he gave Interstellar a B+, but many films an A- or an A, and Interstellar is way higher above them on his list.
Well,
he has no.
It comes down to enjoyment of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
No continuity. Thank you. He has no continuity. I mean, he gave Mad Max Fury Road. He calls it He calls it a breakthrough in action cinema. Ranked it among Die Hard, Terminator 2, The Dark Knight, Skyfall, and many others. Yet Star Wars, he gave it A, and he said it was his number 1. That makes no sense. Come on now. You gotta think about this. It's common sense. I know that, but think about this. If you gave one film a 9 and one film a 10, and yet the 10 is number 2 and the 9 is number 1, that makes no sense.
I'll admit, there are a couple of movies that I did give 10 out of 10s. Like Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, I gave that movie a 10 out of 10, but I didn't even have that as an honorable mention. So it comes down to enjoyment level.
I can understand
that, because some movies you can give a 10 out of 10, but there are movies that you might have given an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 that you enjoyed more. So it comes down to preference. But yeah.
Oh, I had to say this to you, Lord, because this comment, Samuel One World says, "Congrats, Lauren. You truly deserve all the love. You're amazing, and you're also so beyond beautiful." I'm like, oh, see, I told you.
Yep. Thank you.
I'm just lucky to be surrounded by these lovely ladies, because
Mm-hmm.
my personal life, if I try to talk them to them, I either get sprayed in the face with mace.
Yeah, you better watch out, because I have a guy right now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to get into my personal life. All right. Let me just get to the last question that Justin sent to me. And it was, do you have any future plans for your channel? I could just leave this for last, but I'm just going to get it out of the way right now because I'm sure we want to get through other
Understood.
questions. Well, basically, my future plans for my channel would be, I keep stressing this enough, I want this to be the start of being more interactive with people who watch my videos. I would appreciate more feedback from people. If you have any comments on any of my videos, definitely leave them on my videos. It'd be really nice to see what you guys really, really thought about said movies that I talk about. And I am possibly planning more review series, like reviewing documentaries, or if you guys have any suggestions on things that you want me to review, definitely let me know what you guys want me to see, whether it's also old movies too, because I know I have not gotten a chance to watch any of the older classic films.
Oh, I'll give you a good one.
I have not seen Gone with the Wind. I have not seen Pulp Fiction. I haven't even gotten to
12
watching
Angry
Fight
Men.
Club.
Oh my God, it's one of the greatest movies.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have the same problem. I can't. It's like I have a hard time keeping up with all the movies coming out in the theater now.
Yeah.
I like have no time to actually watch classic movies.
But you use a really cool thing called Movie Pass, and you have to have like an iPhone or BlackBerry or something that use that, right?
You have an iPhone or like a Galaxy, something along those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can do it with a BlackBerry because those aren't touch. Wait, no, you can still do it, but yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Lauren, your Halloween special, you're welcome.
Oh yeah, wait.
If you're wondering, because I helped her out on planning every single movie for every day for the whole month of Halloween when she was doing the Freddy Krueger gimmick, which was really good, by the way. Yeah. So you're welcome.
It was Mrs. Krueger, by the way.
Mrs. Krueger,
yeah. Also, yeah,
you guys Snickers.
Me do more of those series. I know I didn't do one for last year. For 2014, I did not do a whole consistent month of horror movie reviews, but it does get really stressful at times to have to go a whole month watching horror movies.
I got an idea for you.
It's insane.
Leading up to X-Men Apocalypse, do the X-Men do the whole X-Men franchise.
That's a good idea.
Including X-Men Origins. Well, actually, I have to see which ones I have reviewed. I've definitely reviewed Days of Future Past.
Okay.
I have to see which channel it's on. I don't remember if I reviewed. I have to look.
Oh, you're smart. SMRT. I mean SMART.
Yeah. Well, definitely, any franchise movie that's coming out, I will be reviewing any movies that came out before.
You're going to be doing that a lot for the next few years.
Here's these two questions. I want to answer these because I know they're going to be some interesting aspects. Okay, first one. These are both from Clint Lamberson. The worst movie-going experience. There's 3 films for me. Now, I'm not going to count Blended because I saw that at home, and after the movie, I almost walked out 60 minutes in, and when the movie was over, I fainted. Okay, so. And I'm not joking. My buddy James can confirm that. I fainted on my futon because I was so angry. Jack and Jill, Grown Ups 2, and the first Turd movie. Turd. I call it the Turd. You know it as The Purge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember what my movies would be, what my bad movie experiences were.
Okay.
Basically, all of them have been really great.
Well,
I can't really say.
I can't really say that I've had the most horrible experience ever, but there was one movie. I saw Fury, the day it came out, and there were people by me.
Oh.
Like, they were talking out loud, and they were pointing stuff out, and, like, the lady, and it was an older lady, she was like, when there was a horse on screen, she was like, oh, look, there's a horse.
Really?
So, oh my gosh, I saw Allegiant, last week.
Oh.
And there was, I clearly picked the wrong spot because for a lot of the movie, there's like a mom and her kid,
Oh,
He
Jesus.
was talking out loud so much.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I wanted them to shut up so much. But thankfully, in like the last 30 minutes, they did quiet down. But then again, the movie was bad anyways, so if the
Oh,
movie
it
had been
sucked.
good, I might have been more annoyed. But since Allegiant is crap, I didn't care as much. But still, I did not like that.
Oh, God, Legion, that movie is... Man, they just keep getting worse.
I just feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the audience that just, like, they don't know when to shut up during movies. I know they want to react to stuff, but still, it's like, you know, we're just like, stop checking your phones either.
Well, it's like I said,
I just remembered that I'm pretty sure I did have a bad experience, or there was some Marvel movie that I went to see. It might have been Ant-Man or something, where there were these two girls in the audience, and they were just talking about some, like they were anxiously waiting for a post-credit scene to come out. And I was sitting there all through the credits waiting for this post-credit scene, and these girls just, they were so annoying. I almost felt like walking out of the theater, like saying, like turning around, like telling them to be quiet.
this reminds me, I remember two. I forgot one more. The Other Woman. I had to see this in theaters.
Thankfully, I did not see it in the theater. I saw
Oh,
it.
my God.
It was on HBO.
I was literally smacking my head due to frustration. I was told to be quiet more than once because this movie drove me insane. And the movie's about 25 minutes away from me, from one way. It took me 75 minutes to get home.
Wow. Yeah.
And the other movie is, okay, it made the whole theater laugh their ass off. The Devil Inside. That awful.
Oh my
Okay.
God, the ending. Don't even get me
Here we go.
started.
No,
That should be
no.
labeled as one of the worst endings ever, including,
Here's the thing.
what was that other, the Gallows. That and the Gallows are the worst endings ever.
There was another, Safe Haven, that's another one. Nymphomaniac Volume 2. But with The Devil Inside, listen to this. When the ending showed up, and then it's just for more information, some people are like, wait, what? And I said this out loud, the entire audience laughed. I said it with this disgusted look, I'm just like, wait, that was the end? You gotta be shitting me! And I got him laughing, everyone was laughing.
So glad I saw that movie in the comfort of my own room. It took a day to finish Nymphomaniacs.
Dude, it was just like Nymphomaniac, where the movie was the ending to the movie was a slap in the face because you watch it for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other question is, okay, I'm gonna go last. Your thoughts on Lights, Camera, Jackson?
I don't get involved with this person. Don't care.
All I gotta say is this guy can go. I'm gonna keep it PG for 13. This guy can go F a cactus. I hate this kid. Besides Armand White, he is the worst film critic / journalist on the face of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have not seen every single video. I didn't know this kid until like a year or two ago.
Oh.
And I watched through a lot of his reviews, because whenever I subscribe to a new channel, I always binge watch probably 100 or so of their videos if they're good. And I did that with Double Toasted recently, and I watched a bunch. I was really upset. I didn't like a lot of his reviews, and I really didn't like any of his reviews. And then I haven't been watching him since, but when I hear that he gave freaking Deadpool a D-.
Oh my God! Okay, listen to some of the reviews he's given. Okay, ready? He gave Inside Out a B, yet Pixels a B+. He gave Jack and Jill a B. He gave The Dark Knight a B. He gave The Wolf of Wall Street a D+. He gave The Martian. He gave The Martian a C+. And the one review I heard about him through the Howard Stern show. So, I don't know. I know how you can be with. I love Howard. I was listening to him, and him and George Takei, from Star Trek, Heroes, and all.
Mm-hmm.
They discovered about this kid. This is when he was 10, 11 years old. Howard Stern and George Takei tear him a new butthole. Because when they were playing his Good Morning America review of Inception, Oh my God, I wanted to strangle this kid like Homer Simpson did to Bart. Okay, I hate this kid. I hate this guy. And the bullcrap he said about Amy Schumer, about oh yeah, I'm 17. He's like a 17-year-old kid now, and he's like he's going to be spending the night with Amy Schumer. I guess I'm not the only 17-year-old who said that. I'm just like, really, dude?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he meant to say it, but that doesn't make it right. I'm not defending him.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
But still, he
at
was.
least she has a man now, so she doesn't have to deal with some stupid boy. Hmm.
Just a man, baby. Okay. Yeah, I see. Lauren, I see laughing in there. Favorite Jeff Goldblum movie? The Fly, the remake of The Fly.
Don't have one. Oh, I guess Jurassic Park.
That's my other favorite one.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, that movie. I remember that.
Because I did not see The Fly, so I had to think of something else that was scary.
Oh, The Fly. Okay, I don't like Dave Cronenberg, but dude, that remake is arguably the greatest remake ever. It's up there with The Thing.
Mm.
So, I think that's Jurassic Park or Jurassic Park. Jurassic World was a lot of fun, but Jurassic Park was something that unlike anything has ever. And it was a revolutionary not only in motion picture but in visuals.
Which one, Jurassic World or Jurassic Park?
I picked Jurassic Park easily.
Yeah.
I think that's it for all the questions. There was a lot of goodies. So, did you want to go over your best and worst so far this year?
Best and worst.
Mine will be very quick.
All right, then why don't you start first, Jerome?
Okay, I'll give you what I think are the best. Sorry, Lauren. Kung Fu Panda 3. I love this movie. I love it, love it, love it. It was a great way to end an awesome franchise. Next one. This movie is a suspenseful thriller masterpiece. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Mm-hmm.
This gives John Goodman. Get this guy nominated.
I'm glad that this movie was kept so under wraps for so little time.
Just like the original Cloverfield.
See, I don't even remember how that all happened, because that was back in 2008. But this time, it's like in this day and age when social media, it's like everybody gets everything, on the internet somehow. But this movie, I loved it. I gave this. What did I give this? A 5 out of 5.
I gave it a 5.
But
I only had one small problem.
Was so just. I didn't even know what to expect going to see this movie, and I think that's why I loved it so much, because I didn't know anything.
And the thing with the trailer, it was just like in the original. When you saw the trailer, you're like, "Holy crap! This came out of left field. I gotta look up more about this movie." Because when the original Cloverfield trailer came out, people were raving about it. Same thing with this, and I was just like, "This movie was awesome." So yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane, brilliant. My only 2 films I gave a 10 out of 10 to. Zootopia, and my favorite film of the year, Deadpool.
Yes.
Yes.
Deadpool is a work of genius.
And it's and because it was the R-rated movie, comic book movie.
Yeah.
Now
and
it
by the way,
feels like that sets the bar for other comic book movies out there that deserve to be rated R, like Wolverine, or. I would actually love to see an R-rated Batman movie, but I mean, I felt like with Batman v Superman, that was definitely pushing the limit. And I feel like with that, if they added on to that with a solo Batman movie, I would love to see that.
And I'm only going to say this.
Numbers.
Yeah, speaking of, Deadpool and R-rated, Grace PG-13 Randolph. That's my new nickname for her. Because she's the one that's trying to get a petition going to make Deadpool PG-13.
Oh,
that's
I
like making.
thought that was a joke at first.
No, this is for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's like making Winnie the Pooh a murderer.
Yeah.
I'm serious. It doesn't make sense. Wait. The Big Short film of the year? No. Faye's gonna agree with me too.
Shit.
The Big Shit. The Big Short. Or The Big Short. Deadpool's girlfriend in the movie is sexy as heck. So was Gina Carano in that movie. Holy crap, dude. I love Gina Carano. That freaking big Amazon. She was hot as hell. Her and Colossus beating the hell out of each other. I love Deadpool. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now for some of the worst. Oh boy, there's a plethora of many of them. Okay, this is what I call the movie. Gods of Erectile Dysfunction.
Gods of Egypt. Oh my God, I knew right from the get-go that I would not love that movie, or I wouldn't even like that movie because right off the bat, I did not like the whole whitewashing thing. That's not
That was the biggest problem of the movie.
I mean, that wasn't the big problem. I had a big problem with all the CGI, the special effects.
Oh
my God. Gerard Butler and his terrible acting. Thank God he was much better in London Has Fallen, but that's not saying much because I didn't even like that movie that much either.
I will say this.
I still liked it better than Gods of Egypt.
When I was watching Gods of Egypt, I was like, the first 15 to 20 minutes, I was like, okay, okay, this is interesting. And then, when I saw them turning into Mighty Morphin Power Transformers, I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
Like they're shiny and all that.
Oh my God! Dude, I thought
shiny in Chrome. You go on Fury Road, not in Egypt.
Man, I thought Fantastic Four had bad visual effects. Holy shit! Hey, I would like to say this. The Sega CD called. They want their graphics engine back. Okay. This shit was like Sega 32X bad. Okay, the next one, The Forest. Boring, completely boring. This is an idea that sounds good on paper, but the execution was poor. It was very poor.
And I remember another Game of Thrones person, because the other movie had was it Nikolai Coster-Waldau in Game of Thrones? Yep. So
Babyland.
From Game of Thrones, and this movie, it was not that scary, honestly. Okay, The Witch was far better than The Forest. I don't care if I'm in the minority. I still think it's better.
No. Hold on. No, I am in the minority. We'll get to that. Yeah. I'm just trying to load this up, but it's not. Okay, here we go. Next one, Allegiant. I just saw this yesterday. Horrible.
I did not like I feel like they've gone downhill since the first. The first Divergent movie is, I feel like, the best one. Let's see, the second one is Insurgent, right? And that movie was going downhill too.
Oh, John Courtney.
Bad things. And Allegiant. I was just like,
oh
God. Like crappy CGI. Like, don't you know? Like, no, really. It just did not. It was noticeably bad.
Yeah. Also, Shailene Woodley does not deserve any praise for Allegiant or even Insurgent. Everybody says she's the best thing about Insurgent. No, she was horrible in that movie. She does not deserve any praise in that movie. She deserves even less praise in Allegiant. She was horrible. Her acting was wooden. She didn't give a shit about her character.
You know what? I agree with Faith, and I'll tell you why. Because if you want to see her do so much better, watch The Descendants or The Fault in Our Stars. She's brilliant.
Yeah, so we're spectacular now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that one with Miles Teller.
They have so much chemistry in that movie.
I hate Miles Teller, and I hated him in Allegiant.
Oh, he was annoying as hell. Oh, my God.
I'm surprised I was able to tolerate him in Fantastic Four, but I knew that he'd be okay in Whiplash. That's the only movie that I liked.
I loved him in Whiplash. Oh my God. And that was actually him drumming and bleeding all over the place.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh my God. J.K. Simmons, man, one of the best performances ever.
Yeah, I can't believe Miles Teller went from Whiplash to Insurgent, Fantastic Four, and Allegiant. 3 horrible movies in a row.
And you know the truth is, with Whiplash, that is actually him playing the drums. That's actually him sweating, nearly passing out, and bleeding over the place from drumming so much. That was actually him. That was not no added on makeup.
Did I see him? Did any blood, sweat, or tears go into his other characters? The other
Nope.
movie? No.
Okay.
He was just being this like comedic dumbass in Allegiant, and I'm just like, why
He was
are you
obnoxious.
acting this way? I couldn't stand him at all.
Now these
I'm
to
not
me
one of those people that decides to walk out of a movie theater if I see something bad. I give it a chance. Unlike you.
I try my best never to walk out of movies, even though I kind of wish I had walked out of Zoolander too.
Oh, speaking of, we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, now these to me are the worst of the worst. Next one, the fifth wave, or as I like to call it, the fifth airwave fart.
Yeah, that movie.
Oh my God, this movie is bull crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Next one, I think Pepsi Man for this great nickname. Riot a Schlong 2.
Yes.
I didn't even see the first Ride Along movie, and this movie.
Oh my God!
I was like, I hope I didn't miss much.
You didn't.
So
now I've given 4 zeros. The final 3 you will agree, but not this one. You already know what I'm gonna say. It's The Witch. I know. I already said what I had to say in my review, so I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
you're
said,
missing Jerome.
I know. Next one. Okay. In my top 5, 4 out of the 5 are comedies. Jeez. Next one, 50 Shades of Black.
Oh no.
That movie.
No. I'm just like, yeah, and after that, I'm like done with watching any like spoof-related movie.
Me too.
I'm just like, or just like, there's this movie coming out called Meet the Blacks.
Oh!
Which is like the Purge. It's parody of the Purge or spoof of the Purge. I'm just like, really? No.
It's a spoof of a turd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call the first movie The Turd, the second movie The Turd Ain't a Wipe, and the third movie, someone named it for me already. It's a movie called...
Name it Meet the Turd.
Meet the Turd. Well, someone named the third movie The Turd Erection. I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. Because it's called Election. 50 Shades of Black. Not funny, completely... It's borderline racist. It's so stupid. It carries on jokes that never end. And then we have my number 2. Poolander 2, or Zoolander 2 if you want to call it. This is one of the stupidest movies. I said the same exact thing Faith said. This movie insulted my intelligence.
How are we going... It's not even possible. Owen Wilson got Kiefer Sutherland pregnant in the
movie.
It's possible. No, it's not possible. Go on. That was awful.
Yeah, how Will Ferrell escapes the prison, I'm not even gonna go there. This is one of the stupidest things I have ever seen in my entire life. However,
Will Ferrell learned a lot from watching being in Get Hard. That's how he escapes from prison.
I'd rather watch Get Hard on a loop than see 5 minutes of Zoolander 2. However, if you go on Mr. Garrison's film reviews channel, now he does okay on on terms of like views, but if you go to this one particular review, it overshadows everything in terms of the views. This movie is so bad. It made me so angry that I was shaking profusely that I had to lay down for 30-40 minutes, and all of a sudden the stress got to me, and I had to haul ass to the toilet because it messed with my stomach. I'm not making this up. This is, along with Dirty Love, the worst R-rated comedy I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm on Richard Roeper's side since day one. Nothing is topping this. My number 1 is Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah, that movie was just stupid. Aubrey Plaza needs to stop acting stat, and Zac Efron needs to learn how to pick more mature roles instead of these dumb, like frat boy type movies, not including the Neighbors movies, which I don't even want to see that sequel. Why? Because, oh yeah, of course, make a movie now about sororities instead of fraternities.
You know something? Okay.
have Selena Gomez like half naked.
This movie
We've
is
already seen that in her latest music video.
this movie is 90 minutes long. I took 9 breaks. I've never taken that many breaks in a movie, folks. Okay, the movie. Okay, Robert De Niro's. You know, his wife passed away after 40-some years, and what the movie is about? Okay, Zac Efron catches him naked, beaten off the porn within the first 10 minutes of the movie, and the plot is Zac Efron driving him around. Well, you know, driving his grandpa around so that Robert De Niro's character can get laid from a college chick. That is the plot of the movie. After he's been married for 40 years, the day after his funeral. I am not joking. I hated this movie, and this is the reason why I stopped following Jeremy Jahns, because he gave it a good time if you're drunk. I'm like, unsubscribe. I'm done. I had enough of this. This movie blew my mind. And I had helped Gary get through this, because
Well, if you're drunk watching this movie, you won't be able to know what's going on exactly.
No, it would just make me even more mad. That is my number one. I said it before. Nothing is topping it. So there you have it. I believe, for me, that covers for myself that best words. I'm actually interested to hear what you have to say.
Can I go first? Because I gotta go in like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna do my top 5 so far for each. Okay, first we'll start with best, because it'll be more fun to do worst last. Okay, number 5 so far. I mean, there are only like 2 or 3 movies that will for sure be in my top 10 list at the end of the year or get an honorable mention. But this is how so far. So yeah, number 5, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
I still haven't seen that yet.
I loved it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. Number 4 would be Kung Fu Panda 3. It's not the best Kung Fu Panda movie, but it is very enjoyable, and the ending was perfect. And they don't even need to make a sequel because it ended in a way that doesn't need a sequel.
Oh boy.
Okay,
what? All right, what's your number? I think your number 3. I know where that's going.
Number 3, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Very good movie. I have not seen the first one, but now I definitely want to see Cloverfield because I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. This movie will probably get an honorable mention at the end of the year, but my top 2 will for sure be on my list. Number 2, Zootopia. I love this movie. This is one of the best animated movies I've ever seen.
Same here.
Honestly, I think I like it more than Inside Out because clearly I'm a sucker for animated movies starring animals. You know, Lion King is my favorite.
And the way it was presented was brilliant because it resembled real life, but in an entertaining aspect to the movie. It was awesome.
It was so adorable. Judy Hopps was so adorable.
Oh, I love that character.
Also, I loved the police chief, voiced by Idris Elba. He was awesome. And then, of course, my number 1 is Deadpool. It is one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It is probably my favorite Marvel movie of all time. I don't know if it's my favorite comic book movie of all time. I have to watch it again and The Dark Knight again to see which one it is. But yeah. So yeah, Deadpool. Though I'm not sure if it'll remain my favorite movie of the year by the end of the year because there's so many movies I'm looking forward to that are coming out. So.
As for the worst.
Okay, number 5. Honestly, I will give my 3 dishonorable mentions so far. The Forest, horrible, a bad comic book movie with a horrible ending. Number 7, the 5th. Not number 7. My other honorable mention, which I guess will be number 7, The Fifth Wave. It sucked. Number 6, sorry, Jerome, Dirty Grandpa. That's an honorable mention. I didn't hate it as much as you guys,
Me, Justin, Gary, and Minnie. Oh, and Richard Roper especially. Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay.
Shoot me.
My top 5 worst of the year so far. Number 5, How to Be Single, or as I call it, How to Be a Slut. This movie, here, I'll give it a summary. This movie is trying to avoid all the cliches, like every cliche it avoids, and it ends up becoming one big cliche. That's the best way to describe it. Also, Rebel Wilson plays the same character as she does in every movie.
God, I'm so sick of that.
Yeah, it's just not good. There were a few jokes I laughed at, and there were a couple performances that were decent, but other than that, this movie sucks. Number 4, Allegiant, the worst one of the Divergent series. It's horrible, and nobody even cares anymore. Like, people stopped caring the last movie, but really, even Shailene Woodley doesn't care.
And that movie has one of the most cliched moments ever. Let's just say that someone gets shot.
Yeah.
I saw it coming too. I
saw it coming a mile away. I was like, really, movie?
I knew that character was gonna die. Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, and I love how they can survive like plane crashes and like automobiles flipping 30 times, and they walk out with not a scratch. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I mean, Tom Hardy in Mad Max Fury Road, he survived that car.
Yeah, but that's a good movie, so we'll forget.
Yeah, true.
No, but no, his car flipped a few times. When that one vehicle, that got shot from the future, it flips like 30 times. I'm just like, what kind of ridiculous shit is this? Justin Williams says my favorite Lauren Loves Movies review she's done is Knock Knock.
Yeah, for 0.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Okay. Number 3, I don't need a... It's Gods of Egypt. Need I explain this? It's horrible. And the whitewashing in this movie, which there is not that much of, is the least of the problems because of the script and the overabundance of CGI, the acting, the just horrible.
And you got Alex Proyas. If you heard my Pain Again episode, I think it's 34 or 35. I just went all out on this guy because of what he said. Jackson Fulcher posted it. It was just bullcrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, God's erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. Number 2, 50 Shades of Black. I honestly do not think anything would top this movie. It's one of the worst parodies I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think anything would top 50 Shades of Black until I saw my number 1, Zoolander 2, the worst comedic sequel I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, my God.
I hate it so much, and nothing will top this movie. I mean, really nothing will top it, because I gave it a -1 out of 5. Like, nothing will top it. If something does, I'll be really sad, because I can't handle something worse than Zoolander 2.
I swear to God, I lost I don't know how many chromosomes and IQ points after I saw it. I'm still looking for them to this day. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Especially, like, it's even Austin said it best in his review. He's just like, is it possible to feel even more stupid after watching a movie? I'm like, yep, this one. Garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And Faye's review of it was awesome because she was legitimately pissed. Oh, man. She looked like she was going to do a Mortal Kombat fatality on somebody. That's how angry she was.
Yeah. I've never been that mad before at a movie, even Knock Knock.
Yeah. And she told Eli Roth to F off, and I just stood up like I saw my Packers win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's so hard for me to actually be truly, truly mad about a movie.
Yeah.
Even if I, like, say, like, yeah, I hated it, but I can't be all like, yeah, it sucked.
Well, it's got to come off natural. That's probably why so many people, when I'm doing, like, a collaborative review with Gary or Alex on some of the crappy movies, they love my reaction.
Yeah, I definitely want to start doing some of those, too.
Uh-huh.
A collaborative review.
Oh, man.
Well, I gotta go because I have to go babysit.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's my favorite job.
Yeah, I make good money, so...
I know you do. They do, actually.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Faye.
All right.
I'm so happy you joined us.
So yeah, this
Me
was,
too.
I would definitely love to do another one.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Definitely.
so once again, I do have a YouTube channel, Faith's Movie Reviews. Check it out if you want. And yeah, I will definitely be joining another day if I can. So yeah.
And one last thing, any of the guys are like, oh, Faye, she's a cutie pie. She looks lovely. And remember, I'm like her older brother. So if you do anything wrong or look at her the wrong way, say the wrong thing, I'm going to be coming. I'm 6'1", I'm 250 pounds. I'm going to come chasing after you with a big lead steel pipe. Okay?
And I'll do a roundhouse kick too. So.
Yes, she can too.
All right. I will see you guys later. Bye.
Alrighty.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I will definitely join another day.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Now the best for last.
Yes.
For Wonder Woman, what is your best and worst of the year so far?
Okay, so my top 5 best, I would have to say that 10 Clover, or no, sorry. Okay, I was thinking about this as we were all talking about our favorite movies. And I would agree with Faith that Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, when I first saw that movie, I just loved it. I loved Zombies. I loved how they handled it because I did not even read that book. That is why this movie is going to be my number 5 on the list.
Okay.
And, all right. My number 4 is for 10 Cloverfield Lane. Because that movie, like I said, it was so unexpected when it came out, and it only took like a few months for us to know about it. And then all of a sudden, I see it knowing very little about it, and I think that experience made it so much better with not knowing anything. So that is why I enjoyed it a lot.
All I'll say, I'm not gonna spoil it, but all I'm gonna say is the dinner sequence and the barrel sequence.
And the what sequence? Barrel oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, shit!
No, all I'm gonna say is that John Goodman in that movie, he was a beast. He was
dude, every time he was on screen and he suspected something, I was scared. I was scared shit.
Yeah, he was intense.
And it's so funny because this movie was made, I think, a year or so ago. He lost over 100-some pounds. He looks completely different. He looks like a new person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh my God, dude, John Goodman in this movie is stellar. Especially Mary Elizabeth Winstead. That's the best performance I've ever seen her give.
Yeah. Since what? The Thing?
Oh my God, I gotta think.
Or Final
I was gonna say Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but you know.
Oh,
I know there's.
That's been a while since I've seen that. All right, so my number 3 has to go to.
Yes.
I would say Zootopia is my number 3.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what is her number 2 and number 1. I know what one of them could be, but I'm trying to figure out what's the other one.
Well, you know what I just saw, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zootopia, I think it is one of the best Disney movies out there. That animation, the story, like I said, it's got a more mature feel to it. I feel like it's
that is
like
why
I
applaud
everyone, not just children, but adults see it too. I kind of felt the same way when Frozen came out, even though everybody was like, "Oh no, this movie's overrated."
No.
But I felt like that had some mature themes to it too. Something that I felt like I didn't see in a Disney movie since those classic animated films.
Yep.
And now,
what makes this movie so shine is the visual presentation, because
it's just so like clever. The animation is just beautiful. I love seeing all the different animals and just all these little details. I mean, it is just amazing.
This movie can have a huge like a huge franchise because of this one particular town. Because so much happens in the background and everything. It's a brilliant movie.
Oh yeah.
As you are.
My number 2 is Deadpool.
What the hell is number 1?
My number 2 is Deadpool. I love that movie.
I thought that was going to be your number 1. What the hell was your number 1? I'm trying to think.
What did I just see?
Oh, shit.
Shh! You're so mean. No, let me just say this about Deadpool. It has gotten so successful in my book because, yes, the R rating did work for this character. Ryan Reynolds he fits the role of Deadpool perfectly. Yep. This movie was just so raunchy and hilarious.
But in all the right ways. And there's this one inside joke. I don't know if many people caught it because you know how he was going, it's his origins, and he's on the stretcher, and he's like, well, if I'm going to be a superhero, my outfit, please don't let it be green. I was like, that was cool.
Yeah. I mean, no, but seriously though, Green Lantern was not his fault.
No, it's not. He was actually the best thing.
Because I actually, because also speaking of my number 1, but I'll say this though, that there is somebody that is rumored to play Green Lantern. I don't even know who this guy is, or if he just wants to play Green Lantern. I mean, honestly, Ryan Reynolds did look like Hal Jordan, like straight from the comics. I can't picture anybody else to play him, but I guess I'll just have to wait and see what happens, for the future of, DC movies and stuff.
Well, because I know there was 2 Green Lanterns. There was 2 of them. There was
Hal Jordan. Well, actually, there's a couple Green Lanterns. There's Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, or whatever his name is.
John Stewart. That was the guy I was trying to think.
Yeah.
And we don't mean the guy from The Daily Show.
No.
Okay, what is your number 1?
It's a DC movie.
Yeah?
Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Okay. What's funny?
You know what? And here's what I was talking about, things being subjective.
I know that, but
scores go. Whatever I rated it, it really does not matter. I have been looking forward to seeing this movie for such a long time, and I know that it does have some rewatch value to it, and I feel like a lot of people having, it does have its problems, but I can, live past them.
Okay.
Not to try to like ride on anybody or get on anybody's case, but I really think that this movie does. I'm just saying, this movie, really, people have been going super hard on it.
Well, well, here's the thing. It's like I said, it's like the critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes is around 30%, but the audience rating is so 80-90. That's really, what a lot of people have been saying. Like half of
those critics, and I did read some that were pro Marvel, saying they wish this movie was more like Marvel.
Yes. Okay. Here's the
difference between Marvel and DC is that DC tends to have a more darker tone things, and even Batman in general. In this movie, he, does things, even they showed in the trailer, where he's branding his victims or something. That's something we don't get to see a lot.
And you know what? I love it when they keep saying that. Has anyone ever seen Batman Forever or Batman and Robin?
I mean, seriously, those are as F. But still,
they were horrible.
I'm just saying.
Then came Christopher Nolan, and he resurrected the.
Right, and I actually just saw Batman Begins last night, and I'm thinking that yes, that trilogy was great.
Oh, it's one of my favorite.
I feel like it does have potential to have a brand new interpretation of the character, which we haven't seen on screen. And I think we should appreciate that because, yes, we do get to see the same origin of, Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed. Same old routine. I know we see that with Peter Parker's uncle getting killed.
Right.
Or just things like that. And we can't, you can't not have the same, like a similar part of an origin story of a character before they turn into the hero that we, see.
When it comes to the main fight between Batman and Superman,
Mm-hmm.
is it worth the wait? When you first see them collide.
I think, yeah, at times, like the scenes that they didn't show in the trailers and clips, they are worth seeing. I definitely think so, because then when you see the movie and you see all of these little, when like the way they edited it,
Mhm.
and they keep going back to Batman and Superman, and they're fighting each other, and you see all these little things that you didn't get to see before, but when all that happens, it just looks really exciting and cool. At least that's just what I think.
And also, I heard Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I heard
He killed
her
it.
entrance.
I know why you call me Wonder Woman.
Dude, you look like Wonder Woman.
He was amazing. I cannot wait to see the solo Wonder Woman movie coming out next year. Patty Jenkins is director.
Because Gal Gadot, she's actually she's built like an Amazon. She's almost 6 feet tall in person.
She's an ex-military. She was in the army.
Uh-huh. She was known in the Fast and Furious scenes, and she's a really tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah, she's beautiful. And she was an ex Miss Israel.
Oh wow. Okay, Israel. Okay, if she was, you said she was in the what again?
Like she was in the Israeli army or something.
Oh my God, yeah, folks. Israel is home to the Israel Commando. If you don't know who that is, they are on par with the Navy SEALs. They train together, and hell, the Commandos, I believe, helped created the Navy SEALs. Think about that. Okay. So, okay, I will be seeing the movie Monday or Tuesday. I don't like seeing my movies on the weekend because of the theater is just freaking ridiculous. When I go like early Monday afternoon, literally no one's there. So.
I'm seeing it again next Tuesday. Not this upcoming Tuesday, but next Tuesday, because I'm going out of town, so I'll probably have to watch some movies and I'll try to get out some reviews. I was going to do my Bad Love review for this month, but I'm just, it's late, and I'm just,
a Bad Love review.
I'm going to review The Other Side of the Door, or whatever that horror movie is. It's like really dumb. I did not like it. So be on the lookout for that.
I'm trying to think what you could do for a Bad Love review. I'm trying to think. Well, you already did Gods of Egypt and Allegiance, so I guess that's out of the picture.
Well, yeah. Well, no, the outside of the other side of the door.
The Other Side of the Door, yeah.
That's the one I'm doing, because I saw it a while ago, and it took me freaking forever to get through it.
Oh, jeez.
Because I was just like, I was expecting it to be scarier, because I'm a horror movie person, and this just did not appeal to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be doing that. And
one question: when you were doing your Batman v Superman like a review, and I could tell you were wearing like 3 or 4 shirts. You must have been hot as hell.
I wore all of those shirts.
I know, but I think you must, when you cut it, you must have took one off, took one off. You were like wearing one on top of another, right?
I wore all of those. I know, like they're probably really gross, but I wore all of those seeing the 10:45 show on Thursday. I literally did. Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, Justin said, I heard The Other Side of the Door was garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I believe that pretty much covers everything, doesn't it? Do you want to end it here?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm asking you. You are the host of the show, Miss Wonder.
I know. You need to stop taking over my show. You can be my co-pilot. Nice man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we don't have any other questions anybody asked me or you. Yes, we should just end it here because it was such a great show. I feel like it's the longest. This is literally the longest podcast that I've had on my Lauren Loves Movies channel. So I'm really grateful that everybody who watched this podcast and has stuck through or has stuck with me through everything that I've gone through to get up to my 1,000 subscribers. Now 1,100 subscribers. And actually, I think it's almost 1111 subscribers right now. It's almost there.
Wow, quadruple 11. That's not a sign. 11. Oh, wait, 111 Illuminati confirmed.
They're out to get me. I'm just kidding.
The Eye of Horus.
They're trying to take over. There's no.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I really appreciate everybody who came out to watch.
Absolutely.
And before she left, we had Faith's movie reviews, and I've got Jerome Latimer here, who's
Absolutely.
been super
Thank you so
awesome.
much. Yeah, you probably thinking, do I have a YouTube channel? I do, but here's a problem. I don't post anything on there because I don't trust you. I don't trust them. I just don't. That's why all my stuff's on Facebook. So yeah, just my name, my real name, as you can see right there. Just go there. I got tons with a plethora of tons of topics that I go over, and I run a little film forum on there with a bunch, along with Jackson Folger, Justin Williams, Luke Nukem, Jack Harrington, and Faith, and many, 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 many more. So for the lovely Wonder Woman, I'm Jerome, and stay tuned for the next video on her channel. Until the next show, stay tuned. And once again, Mother F Alex Proyas and F-Boy Buckethead.
And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. I mean it, like, really, I would like more Facebook followers on my Lauren Loves Movies official Facebook page. And I will see you guys later. Bye.